एक वक्त में 4 टीमें एक साथ फाइट ले रही है। फिलहाल के लिए पीएन के प्लेयर यहाँ पे डीजे के प्लेयर्स को डैमेज जरूर दे रहे हैं। सागर को ऑलमोस्ट लेट कर दिया गया। यहाँ पे ग्लू वॉल लगाया सागर ने, कोमिश भी वहां पे आ गए। सबको पीएन वाले बारी बारी मारे क्योंकि जिस तरह से एंगल उठ गया। बट इसी के पे सैयद को डाउन किया गया। विद दैट M2 भी जल्दी से यहाँ पे रिवाइव किया जाएगा। सैयद को ग्लू वॉल लगाए। पीछे से टीम नंबर 11 भी आ रही है, जोन भी आ रहा है। एक साथ आप देखिए कितनी सारी चीजें आ रही है। और बीम आ सकती है स्ट्रिप जहां पे 4M है। मुझे लगता है बहुत ज्यादा मजा आने वाला है।
एज के साइड पे कम से कम नहीं तो 5 से 6 टीमें फंस चुके हैं। डीजे पीछे के साइड पे तो सही पीएन की स्क्वाड निकलने की कोशिश करेगी। ग्लू वॉल लगाए आराम से पीछे के साइड से निकल जाएंगे। बट जो डीजे की स्क्वाड है वो थोड़ी सी मुश्किल में पड़ सकती है। पीएन का एक प्लेयर डाउन है, 2 प्लेयर यहाँ पे डाउन हो चुका है। हर्ष भी डाउन को रिवाइव करने की कोशिश की जाएगी। बट डीजे के प्लेयर्स रश करते हुए नजर आएंगे। दूसरे साइड पे अगर बात करें तो हर्ष को पूरी तरीके से कंफर्म कर दिया गया। बहुत ही करारी रूप से होगा। एंड यहाँ पे देखने को मिलेगा टीम नंबर 6, टीम नंबर 3 काफी ज्यादा डेंजरसली क्लोज आ चुकी थी। 2 प्लेयर्स ने बहुत ही करारे शॉट लगाया। बट ऑफ एंगल का यूज करेंगे टीम नंबर 3 का। बहुत ही बेहतरीन जवाब पर टीम नंबर 6 इस जवाब को भी ठुकरा देगी। दोनों टीम्स के पास गन्स की जो लूट है वो प्रॉपर है। बट हीलिंग्स किसी के पास मुझे यहाँ पे देखने को नहीं मिली। और इसी चीज का फायदा दोनों टीम्स को होगा। नुकसान भी है, फायदा भी है। बट जोन की अगर हम बात करें तो जोन इनके पाले में नहीं है। दोनों टीम को जोन के बाहर है, दोनों को जोन के अंदर जाना पड़ेगा। बट नहीं, यहाँ पे Kar98 का एक बेहतरीन शॉट डाउन किया। एक और प्लेयर को पूरी कैसे खत्म करके सुपरमैन भी दूसरे साइड से आते हुए सुपरमैन के आखिरी प्लेयर सर्वाइव कर रहे थे। बट उनको भी डाउन किया। 1v3 का सिचुएशन बेहतरीन तरीके से हैंडल किया। पुशर सी स्पोर्ट्स 4 किल जरूर निकाले। बट अब केईएस को भी जोन के अंदर निकलना पड़ेगा। आने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। 4 किल की स्क्वाड ऊपर के साइड पे बैठी जरूर है। नेट्स का इस्तेमाल देखने को मिल सकता है। यहाँ पे नहीं थोड़ी देर में पता चलेगा। आर्यन सीधा भगते हुए जोन के अंदर। बट टीएनबी की स्क्वाड सूरी को वहां पे डाउन किया गया। एक आखिरी प्लेयर आई गेस सर्वाइव करेंगे अपनी टीम से। शेडी दूसरे के साइड पे आए जरूर। बट यहाँ पे आर्यन क्या शॉट उनका शॉट कनेक्ट कर पाएंगे बाकी सामने की टीम पे यहाँ पे नहीं। बट केईएस 3 प्लेयर अभी भी सर्वाइव करेंगे। किल्स की बात करें 5 उनके पास है। शेडी ने निकाले 3। बट राजू जूनियर को यहाँ पे डाउन कर दिया गया है।
यहाँ पे मेजी 2 टीमें 7 प्लेयर 4v3 का सिचुएशन। ब्लू किंग्स के यहाँ पे के डाउन। इंसेन वीएसएस चलाते हुए क्लोज इन कर लिया। इंसेन ने हाथ में नेट, एक अच्छा नेट काफी ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी। 4v3 लेट्स सी यहाँ पे जाने वाली है लोकल किंग्स किंग्स या 4M। एक अच्छा नेट 4v3 किंग्स यहाँ पे गोल्डन डाउन। लेट्स सी पूरा कौन निकालने वाला है।
बिल्कुल यहाँ पे गोल्डन डाउन जरूर है। बट इंसेन एफएफ दूसरे साइड पे 11 किल जरूर निकाला है। 3 मारे तो यहाँ पे 14 हो सकते हैं। बट इंसेन भी डाउन हो गए। सीधा किल प्लेयर बचे अपनी टीम से। वो जोन के अंदर है। लो की स्क्वाड जोन के बाहर। बट नहीं, रुद्रा का फाइनल शॉट। पुशर्स ई स्पोर्ट्स जिस तरीके से वो यहाँ पे रुके रहे। बट टीएनबी के आखिरी प्लेयर गेमिंग वाईटी कैसे भी सर्वाइव करे। बट इस वक्त जोन के बाहर अपने आप को हिल करने की कोशिश करेंगे। राजू जूनियर एक बार फिर से डाउन हुए। बट पुशर्स ई स्पोर्ट्स कैसे भी ये भूया अपने नाम करने में कामयाब हो जाएगी क्योंकि इस वक्त सारी टीम्स जोन के बाहर। आर्यन जोन के अंदर आने की कोशिश करेंगे। डाउन किया गया। और इसी के साथ पुशर्स ई स्पोर्ट्स
बिल्कुल सही लेवल गेम चेंज। 10 किल फरहान इकलौते प्लेयर बचे हुए ऑलरेडी। टॉप 10 में आ गए। रेवन को अब देखिए, रेवन अब क्लोजिंग करना शुरू कर दिया है। यहाँ पे फराडी ऑलरेडी एस्टेक्स की तरफ जा चुके हैं। एक अच्छा नेड उनके हाथ में यहाँ पे नेड है। इसी के साथ लेवल गेम चेंज। यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट चुके 2 टीमें 6 प्लेयर 4v2 का सिचुएशन। रेवन इज ऑन 5। एस्टेक पे यहाँ पे पूरी तरह से क्लोजिंग कर दिया। पैरेडी ने पीछे से भी शॉट्स आ रहे। डेड शॉट भी क्लोजिंग। मुझे लगता है इसी के साथ रेवन इजी 5 देगी। एस्टेक एक डाउन लास्ट पर 2-7 से एंड उन्हें भी डाउन कर दिया गया। इसी के साथ रेवन ई स्पोर्ट्स with that booyah.
Well, and team number 8 के चारों प्लेयर्स लाइव रहते हुए जाएंगे। टीम नंबर 5 को करा स्पॉट बी से टू टेक इट डाउन। और ठीक है, वाईटी के पास नेड लॉन्चर आएगा जो कि सबसे पावरफुल वेपन बनने वाला है इस मैच का। बट सामने में फटा नेड एंड पूरी की पूरी स्क्वाड एलिमिनेट हो सकती है। सैम वर्सेस थियोम। सैम ने करा एक बेहतरीन ग्लू वॉल यूसेज। बट थियोम विद दैट शॉटगन कमिंग अप। सैम का भी लो एचपी। रीपर यहाँ पे and he will be eliminating out. चढ़ा सर्कल है। नेक्स्ट सर्कल 7 सर्कल जहां पे कोई भी सर्कल देखने को नहीं मिलेगा। बट टीम नंबर 2 के प्लेयर्स इस बार से बहुत एक बेहतरीन पोजीशन जैसे आप बता रहे थे। एंड दे आर हैविंग 13 किल्स। ब्लैकबीयर्ड
बिल्कुल से किंग्स गॉड पूरी तरीके से अपने जोन का फायदा उठाते हैं। इसी के साथ यहाँ पे 4 आर्म्स इन्होंने अब तक 6 किल्स निकाले। वो डाउन हुए। 13 किल जरूर है। इसी के साथ एडिक्शन भी डाउन हो चुका है। मुझे लगता है जो लास्ट प्लेयर है हनी डिजाइन, इसी के साथ किंग्स गॉड एलिमिनेटेड। 3rd पोजीशन नो प्रॉब्लम। बूया मुझे लगता है यहाँ पे जो हमारी टीम है, टीम नंबर 5, 3 मैन स्क्वाड, 3v2v1v1 का सिचुएशन, इसी के साथ व्हाइट लाइन्स एलिमिनेट हो चुके हैं, सिद्धांत भी डाउन हो चुके हैं, डिवाइड एंड रूल यहाँ पे 2v3 का सिचुएशन, टीम नंबर 5, टीम नंबर 7 दोनों आमने सामने, शॉट सेट, सूरज डाउन, एथ्रो गेमिंग डाउन, 2v1, Damon is the last player, ओके, एक के सुमित is the last player, 1v1, सुमित यहाँ पे इसी के साथ जा चुके, सुमित, ओ भाई, Stone Crushers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and gamers of all ages. Today, I welcome you to the Day 3 of Playoffs 2 for the Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest Free Fire Open presented by Qualcomm. This is me, Dinkar Chaudhary, and with me, I have a very good friend and my co-caster for the day, Arun aka Arka.
Thank you so much, Dinkar. It was 2 amazing days of Free Fire which we have witnessed till now, and today is going to be the 3rd day. I know the hype is going to be even more better than this, but eventually you guys will get into it as well. But let's look at what has happened on day 2, because day 1 has always been a southern shift zones, but on day 2 it was a typical Free Fire game where the zone always happened on the center. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, and we saw the experience coming in from the teams as well. As you must have noticed that a lot of teams, as soon as they saw that the zone is going towards the central region, they took those watchtowers really early. And the teams who were situated at those watchtowers early, who actually took the control of that region, they were able to make the best out of it, and they were able to go out with a lot of points. But right now, we have the prize pool on our screens, 50 lakh rupees coming into play, where the first place gets a prize pool of 20 lakh.
Exactly, the first place getting 20 lakhs and the second place is going to get just 8 lakh rupees. That means there's going to be a difference of 12 lakh rupees if you lose 1 point. Yeah. So everything is coming down to every single point. It's either the kill point or the placement point which is going to get you up. And again, later on, it's going to be a lesser of 3 lakhs. On the third place is 5, fourth is 4, fifth is 3, sixth is 2. But the one which actually pulls my head is the special prize which happens over there.
Yeah, and now it all comes down to the points, because points, they'll tell you the result and where you are going to end up. The first place gets 20 points. If you get the booyah in your hand, you're going to go away with 20 points. Second place gets 17 points. Third place gets 15 points. Now the difference is not that much. If you ask me, 3 points difference between the first and second place. So it all comes down to the kill points actually. If you are able to get 2 or 3 kills more than the than what the first place has got, you can easily overtake them. So I think kill points, they weigh a lot of points here.
Exactly. So most important point which people have to notice is even though you have the first place or the second place and you have more kills than the others, obviously you will be dominating. On the other end, if you have 5 kills and you're in the third or the fourth place, those 5 kills will give you approximately 10 points. So 10 points, another 10 points in the third or fourth place, again you will have 20 points, you'll be in the top 3. So it's really important for you to get those kill points, and I'm really impressed by the way the points the whole points table is put up in this tournament especially.
Yeah, and it's not just about the ranking points or the kill points, because they both make up your points and then you go into the next phase, because we have seen teams actually qualifying with 0 kill points. So that tells you the weightage of ranking points as well. So it's a mix of two that actually gets you higher and higher. And yesterday we saw how close it can get. There was a team who was actually not able to advance to the next round just because of that 1 point.
Exactly.
It just comes down to that 1 kill, which you might have taken if you would have gone into the circle a little early. So it didn't happen. But right now, we have the schedule for the day. It's going to be the first match, which will start in a little while. Match 1, again, we are going to have 6 games where 72 teams will fight against each other for those last 24 spots. Those are the last spots. If you go out today, you have only got that one chance right now, which you have to redeem. Let's see which teams are going to go, and they are going to go in the top 4 and advance to the next round.
Exactly. And indeed, it's going to be just 24 teams, which is going to move forward from today. It's going to be Bermuda throughout the day. So I know most of the Free Fire gamers who are watching out there, if you want to learn something of Bermuda, it's going to be a very different perspective, because when you're playing it, it's a very different perspective, and when you're spectating it, it's a whole different level altogether. So we'll be showing you all through the nook and corners of Bermuda, so that you can start to strategize in case you're stepping into an esports career. So talking about esports career, a huge thanks to Qualcomm, a huge thanks to Free Fire, that so many of such companies are actually making esports grow in India. And I think a good word of thank will always.
Yeah, it's always going to matter, because because of them only this tournament is able to come up. But right now it's going to be the giveaway that we are going to talk about. Yeah, if you talk about the giveaway, we have been having that for the last 2 days as well. I was always checking the chat as well. When I'm not here, I'm in the chat. I'm trying to see who's winning those giveaways. I'm trying to participate as well, but I'm not lucky enough to get that. But right now, if you want to check if you're lucky, you just need to go in the chat. You need to type Conquest and your UID in the chat and send it, so that you can participate in the giveaway for 1060 diamonds. And there are going to be 12 winners. So just wait for that.
Exactly. All you have to do is Conquest space your game ID. So type Conquest, give a small space, put your in-game ID, whatever numbers are there, and then you have to spam it in the chat. 12 players will be picked, or 12 viewers will be picked over here, and those 12 viewers will get 1060 diamonds. And we know what 1060 diamonds can actually do in the game of Free Fire.
We can buy a lot of stuff, Arca, and I really want that, because I don't have too much diamonds in my account right now, and I would definitely want one of them as soon as I go out. And when you are here, I'll be definitely doing that. But right now it's time for the matchup. These 12 teams today, they're going to fight for those 4 spots. Only top 4 can move in. Let's see how that pans out for these teams.
Yeah, the teams over here are captains, Esports, Jugu Esports, Silver Moon, UI3, the Bandits, Life Hackers, Vanquishers, FTE Sports, BRK,
Uncultured, Optimum Esports, Team Errant, and Ringleaders. I really have my eyes on Bandits as well, because they have got the booyah the last time they played. They have got some nice kills as well. If you talk about that, Life Hackers also one of those teams who came in with that booyah. So let's see how that pans out for them. So we have seen teams who have gotten the booyah in the playoffs 1. They are carrying a lot of confidence going into the playoffs 2. We have seen them performing really well, and we had a lot of examples yesterday as well. But the one thing that actually stood out for me yesterday, it was the last player. I guess it was Gen Reaper actually, who it was from Team 4, if I'm not wrong. He was the last player, and I was watching the game again yesterday to see how he actually did that. And his team was bound to get eliminated at 11th position.
Yeah.
And from then on, He actually came in from the clock tower, behind the clock tower. There was a lot of cluttering happening in clock tower, but still he moved in slowly. He waited for the right timing, and at the end he was able to, you know, convert that 4v3v1 fight to a 1v1v1 fight. And even then he didn't stop. He made sure that he was going to take, you know, down those two players, and he made sure that he's going to take away that booyah for his team, and he made sure that his team is actually going to the next round of the playoffs. So it was that one player making all the difference. Let's see if we can see that shining star today as well.
There were so many teams apart from solo plays like this. There were teams like Team Raven.
Yeah.
There were teams like the Stone Crushers. There were teams which
Kings
took,
also well.
Kings. King Gods. The way they use the watchtower, they stayed on above the watchtower. They made sure they don't give up that spot. Had a bird eye view on the enemies, and they took them out. I mean, there was a lot of things happening yesterday, and I'm hoping, and my fingers are really crossed right now to see how things are going to go today, because I'm really hyped up for the next fight which is coming in.
Yeah, and the game is going to come up in a matter of few seconds, but I'm really excited for that, just because we have seen so much of experience coming into play. This is going to be match 1 for round 2, day 3 of the playoffs 2. Let's see who gets the booyah here, who goes away with all those points. We are seeing a horizontal flight path with a slight shift, slight tilt towards the southern side, but it's not going to stop any of these teams from moving to their preferred location, because this is still a centerish flight path that is coming into play. Team 2 actually taking the complete eastern side, and there is no other team on that region, so I feel they are going to have a comfortable loot at that location.
Exactly, but the team which it's got his eye on, Rimnam Village, will be the team which will be the luckiest to start off the farming, because Rimnam Village has the blue zone, as we all can see. But look at the cluster which is happening near Peak, and the fight has already started as well near Bhima Sakti Strip. That one place where you do not want to take those early fights, because you're not farmed out better and there's not much teams around you. But today the story is completely different.
Yeah, Bhavish might just be the opener for his team, but right now Old Monkey has a sight over 2 of the players. That's going to be team number 6 trying to come into play. But teammate, look at Hentai. He's having a gun right now, but not the health points that he would want on his side. Scar coming into play from the other side. Team number 6, they are coming in from the down ridge. As soon as they expose themselves, Old Monk might just take them out. But look at Crown. He's waiting for his opportunity. He's still planted there, but team number 3, they still have their numbers in the pocket.
This is the time where teams have to use their brain. Just imagine if life hackers knew that there was a player inside and they could use a grenade to throw it inside.
Ooh.
It would have been an easy kill for somebody like Crown. But on the other end, Team 6 is slowly lurking inside. They do not realize that Crown is sitting inside. I'm just hoping that somehow the grenade connects. One grenade is thrown in but doesn't connect to anybody at this point of time. Chrono's power are actually coming into use. The power of Scarrel versus the power of AKM will predict who's going to be the winner between Team 6 and Team 8 right now.
And look at Crown. He had only one glue wall, and he has planted it really well to stop the players from other team from moving in. And actually that has stopped the players from Team 6. Now they have started to fall back as Chrono's powers were used as well. One of the players from Team 6, he was having a very good angle, and he made sure that he's going to put that to good use. He took a few shots on the players of Team 3. Team 8 actually, maybe it was life hackers who were actually getting that damage done to them, but now they are completely safe as there is a complete disengagement coming in from the other side. So yes, they are not actually trying to take this fight, but I'm really excited about life hacker versus Crown right now, because that will be a 4v1 fight, and Crown is struggling with those health points right now. So I guess I'm not sure if Lifehacker actually knows that there is a player in that building, and if they take it casually, they might just lose out on a couple of players.
I know, but there's one point where we can see that Team 8 Crown is absolutely safe at this point of time. I can only see ARs coming into play. There is the first point of contact happening over there. Vijay and Demon are completely concentrating on it. Oh, what a beautiful grenade by AFF Rishabh. He's going to take down 3 players over there. Probably want to confirm those kills, but Chrono's power actually being in use right now. But everywhere I can see SMGs are already popping up. There's one more grenade which Rishabh connects, bringing now 2 more players. This could be the first kill over here for round 2, day 3.
How's the Josh? The last player standing from his team, but the Josh is certainly dead here as 3 players were taken out very early into the game. Team number 7 down 2-1 as Optimum Esports. They are on rampage here. Rishabh with that grenade. I mean, he was one of the main players here. You should have that kind of grenade in this early game. I mean, how did he do that? As Josh, they are struggling right now. Guju Esports also trying to take a few shots. They'll connect one. Pawan also confirms one onto Crown. And this is what I was talking about. Crown, even if he was there, it's going to be Silver Moon eliminated at the 12th position. A very, very disastrous start for them for the playoffs too. As Team 11 and Team 12, they are actually closing in on each other. Vanquishers, They have a full control over the compound. Team 12 might just be struggling, but it's all about that first knock that can come in from anywhere.
Yes, Vanquishers, I just love the way they've looted. They have a combination of AR as well as Vector. I mean SMGs. They also have one or two guns which are there was I saw one VSS and I also saw one sniper. So the team is actually set for all kinds of fight which is happening. On the other end, we have Uncultured somewhere between Peak and Bhima Sakti Strip, if I'm not wrong. I've seen this path go somewhere around it. On the other end, they have Team 6 on the higher ground, probably would want to connect some shots over here. We can see that the Scar, the SKS and XM8 are all popping out, and I think they're going to go in for some shots. But over here, a very good use of treatment gun. What the treatment gun does is when you shoot it at your friends, it's gonna heal you. When you shoot it at your enemies, it's gonna bring them down. So eventually, very well used by Team 6 over there. I'm looking forward for this fight to happen even more earlier, because the hype of yesterday still not got out of my mind.
Yeah, 3 teams in a very close vicinity to each other as Team 5. Again, it's all about the control on the watchtower. Azishra is dealing a little bit of damage on himself. That's going to be Moonscope taking a lot of score, taking a lot of shots actually. Bandit, he's having a very good high ground advantage to his name, but let's see how well he can use that as Team 5 ringleaders. They have already lost out on a player, but they have not got any on their part. They don't have any kills, so there is no trade coming in from them as Moonscope has been spotted. A lot of shots coming through, but not able to connect so well. The healings will be coming through from his side. These two teams, they are on the edge of the circle. Sire and company, they don't have much loot right now on the other side. If we talk about bandits as well, they're only having 1 health kit to 4 health kits and 3 glue walls as well, so they might survive a couple of fights, but after that it's going to be a hard job for them. So that's why I guess they have started to fall back. They need that center control, because yesterday as well we saw teams who took the center control first, they were able to do very well. Now look at team number 8 on the northern side of the map. There is no other team on their left side or the right side. They have a very comfortable way into the circle as well. Even if the next circle takes a complete southern shift or maybe a central shift, they won't have any issues moving into the circle.
Exactly, but one point of time, Team 5 had a view of Team 4 trying to rotate away, but I don't know why they couldn't take those shots, and it was a very wise decision from UI, the Bandits, U13, the Bandits, that they had to fall back. They had to make sure they enter into the zone. Everybody wants control of the peak, which is gonna bring out some huge action anytime soon. We do not have to wait for some circle to pop up, or in case there are no fights happening right now. I know that once the circle gets smaller, it's going to be a bigger fight. It's going to be a tougher fight for others to take place. So on the other end, it's a typical Free Fire map. As you can see, the zone is to the center. Most of the players are still not completely looted. I mean, they're still wanting some resource for sure. Everybody have lesser health kit, like 2 or 3, but I'm looking for those early shots, the early kills, which could count for each player once they're stepping to the end of the game.
Yeah, and look at the positioning right now. All the teams, they are looking for those compounds. They have taken those compounds, but I'm not really sure if they have farmed enough, because these fights, they're going to last for a long time. And if you actually take those prolonged fights, your resources are going to go down. And even if you're not losing players, your inventory, your armory, it's all going to be used. It's all going to get used up in those fights. Even if you're not losing players and you are using up your resources, the other teams will be completely coming in from the edges, and they'll have all kind of loot. We have seen teams actually standing with 7 to 6 health kits and 7 to 6 glue walls as well at the same time. But look at these teams in the center. They are using up all those resources. Health kits is coming up very early. I mean, all the resources are being drawn out here. So even if they are not losing numbers, I still feel resources play a vital role in any team's victory. So with that said, I still feel, these teams, they're not going to rush into each other very early, because of the kind of, rush suppression that we have seen so far. Teams are not actually fully committing to any of the fights. They are, if there is a chance of fallback, they're going for it. They're not looking for any kind of loot right now. Look at team number 2. They are on the low ground. They cannot go away from there. On the top side, team 6, they are also situated at their compounds. They have no way to go away.
Absolutely. Now looking at what Team 2 and Team 6 are doing right now, probably they do realize the enemies are pretty close by, but none of them are going for those shots. And I think that's a clever way to play this. Right now, do not engage in any kinds of fights. Everybody have seen yesterday's matches and day before yesterday's matches that you have to play a little more defensive in the beginning, and you have to rely on your gun power at the end of the game. Probably these two teams have also decided to do so. On the other end, since the teams are all close to one another, if one person pops up with his gun, the sound will be heard to the nearest team close to them. And once they get to know about it, they're going to rush in on them. So it'll be really good if the teams manage to be silent, and it'll be really good if they do not go for it. But this is what can actually make a difference. When a drop is come down, it's obvious that they get to know there's a player coming in, and eventually all eyes will be over there. Over here we can see that Team 11 versus Team 12, the fight is going to happen, but Team 11 is looking for the long path into the zone. I think that is the cleverest thing for them to do at this point of time.
Yeah, that's a very clever thing, because they know that Team 12 is already, they have taken the control of this compound. So if they actually rush in, they won't be having any kind of cover. A lot of glue walls will be drawn out very early into the game as well. I'm really excited to see where the next zone will go, because if it takes a northern shift, yeah, it didn't actually take a complete northern shift, but this northeastern shift, it's actually going to open up a lot of things, because the Bhima Sakti strip, now it's outside of the circle. Teams who were actually fighting for the center, they must be very comfortable with this kind of zone, because it hasn't actually taken an opposite shift. So the fight will still continue, but it will be a delayed fight. But Team 11 coming in from Katulitseva, I guess if they take the way from Plantation, that will be much better for them. AFF on the other side, they are going down and down. They are using the down ridges to actually make way for some more loot, because they were pushed into an early fight. They didn't enjoy that. Prateek on the other hand, I really like the approach from him as well. He only is having one health kit and one glue wall, so that tells you the kind of loot his complete team is having. But even then, they are not completely going into the house, and they are not chilling. They are still wanting those kills, and that's why they are situated on the corners. They are waiting for an opportunity, and if opportunity is not knocking your door, you need to create your own doors, and you need to make your own opportunities, and that's what they are doing right now. And this is what I was talking about. Team 5, they were trying to move in, and if you talk about the other team, Team 4, they were looking for opportunities. Opportunity has come in, but will they redeem it? That still remains a question.
See, it's the peak which you're speaking about right now. It's not easy to connect those long range shots which is over there, because it's really important for teams to make sure that you have enough number of resources to the end. It's really important for you also to make sure that you don't use the resources for unwanted things. Whereas we can see Team 3 and Team 10 have already engaged in a battle, and Team 10 right now is healing itself. Life hackers will really want to come up with something new, so that they make it back into the zone. They make it back to the center of the zone, because the center of the zone looks like it's going to be Mill, and there's only team number 5 who's going to have the best advantage of that.
Yeah, I guess Mill, Kerton, Riverside and Peak, they are going to stay on the edges, and then the teams will start to converge to each other as the compounds will come into picture. Life Hackers, they have not got any kind of kills right now. Team number 10 also, they are very comfortable inside the circle, but they are looking for those opportunities as well. Life Hackers versus Team FT Esports, this is a fight that I'm really looking forward to, because it might start at any moment. But again, I'm not looking for any kind of, if you talk about unwanted rush, because these teams, they are not looking for any unnecessary fights right now. Team 5 also, Team 6 I guess it is, who have a very good compound to the name as well, so they are also chilling right now. But I still feel that, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Old Monk, he'll take a few shots, but if we are not going to see any full-fledged fight coming into play at any point of time right now. As soon as the third and fourth circle starts to kick in, we might just see a lot of fights, but that's a story for some other day, as the airdrops are being looted right now by Old Monk. That's going to complement his armory and his guns as well.
Indeed, it is going to. I'm looking for those early confrontation by the teams which are rightfully holding the center of the zone, because if in case there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to come in, it's going to be a little tougher for you and me to cope up with that, because we won't know where the bodies are falling at that point of time. It's Team 9 versus Team 4 which is happening right now. The Guju Esports not having the best spot in the house. They're trying to rotate around, but they'll have to face both 4 and 5 at the same time. When there are shots being connected against the Team 9, I think Team 4 will come in for a third party, make sure they steal those kills, because Team 4 and Team 5 are absolutely busy. But I'm so sorry, it's Team 4 versus Team 9 which is actually taking place, and I think Team 5 will be the one who's going to come in as a third party to steal those kills. Guju Esports losing one player. There's still 3 more players. M28B, M82B, I don't know how much is going to be of use, but if he does use it properly, Team 4 will have a little bit of trouble from Team 9.
I mean, the Bandits, they were perfect in that gatekeep. Unfortunately, they were not able to redeem themselves too much, but that one kill, it's going to open the accounts when it comes to kill points. On the other hand, Bandits has already started the rotation towards the circle, so that's something that I was really looking forward to. They had the kill, they got the kill, they did a little bit of damage to the army as well, and now they have started to move in the circle. So this team, They are a very good combination of the rush, and on top of that, they are also very quick to rotate. So kudos to the IGL for making that move. You know, if sometimes it happens, you are in a fight and you just forget the time, but Vanquishers, they are not stopping right now. They'll take down Rebel. That's Rebel off the boards, and Vanquishers, they have already started very well as Bandit. He's looking for some opportunities. Team number 2 might be spotted. Vanquishers, they are coming in. Team number 12, they are on the low ground. They need to move in the circle as well. Can Vanquishers make the best out of this fight? Because they also need to move in the circle. It's a circle. It's a fight for the circle. It's a fight for the space. It's a fight for the kills as well.
The circle has got down so smaller. Now the fights are going to begin at any point of time. It's the two who are taking advantage of this fight between 11 and 12. I know Team 11 is right now getting bombarded between two teams, but Team 12 on the other end, they do not want to take the fight, probably wanting to rotate away. Ravan Wizard doing the wise thing to make it on the other end, but there is Team number 4 waiting for them. So Team 11 is really looking for those easy kills which they can grab as Team 12 is making inside zone. They're not bothered about themselves, which could be a bit of a problem in some time, because Team 2 is enjoying to grab all those kills from the Vanquishers. The team which looked a little dominating from the beginning is not dominating anymore. The uncultured are not even showing any kind of proper, what do you say?
No remorse, no mercy being shown by the players of Team 2 as well, as he'll take down other players from Team 12. Modi is still up and running. He has put that glue wall. Will he survive? As a lot of shots are being taken. Modi is still surviving for the time being, but the zone is favoring Team number 6 right now. A lot of teams struggling outside the zone. Modi for the run, but he won't survive. Cool taking him out. Uncultured, showing a very cultured gameplay here, as they will take down another team. That's going to be 10 teams and 33 players who will be fighting it out in the 4th circle. Vanquishers, they had a very good spot. They had very good numbers, but unfortunately for those kills, they actually delayed the rotations for too long, and now they're paying the price for it. As Pawan, you look at them, they have got enough number of kills, but now the race for the zone is on. As Team number 3, they are surrounded by everyone right now. They have a good compound to their name. Predator, he's on the run right now. Baby, that if you talk about that pairing, they can get a lot of kills right now if they use those numbers well. Old Monk, he's very good with that gun. He has spotted one on the left side. Oh, he didn't actually. He had that opportunity. As the rotation is coming in from the other side, players are going to get exposed in a few seconds.
Yes, team number 5 running out in the open. This could be an opportunity which team 3 can actually grab. I don't know why they did not, but it's going to be team 5 versus team 9, which is going to take place. 2 players of team 5 already gone down. Team 9 dominating really well, were able to execute their plan and clear out the team, but team 9 will have a little bit of issues as they'll be spotted by team 4 as team 3 as well. Look at what Moonscape is doing. He's become so daring at this point of time. He's not even bothered about who's going to attack him, and even the zone is going to take him down. He's just going for those kills. But that is not the best thing for him to do for sure, as team 3, they had a really good bandit, and Predators will take them down. It's Old Monk as well who's coming into play. I mean, Life Hackers right now have acted into the best spot of the game.
Life Hackers, they only had 1 kill just a few seconds ago, but in the last few seconds they have taken 4 to make that 5. As Snappy, he's getting a lot of damage done to him. He's running for his health points right now. He's running to survive, but unfortunately not able to do so. As you look at Kakashi, he's inside the house. He has that hard cover. Groza coming into play as well. Rebo is all ready for that fight, as we are down to 6 teams and 20 players fighting it out for the Booyah. Sam connects that grenade on Darkfire. He's taken out Chocoboy, connecting a few shots as well. Pawan is waiting for the opportunity to move into the circle. His other part has already moved in. Team 6, they're enjoying their way in the moon.
Exactly, but at one point of time I felt that team 3 could come right now and dominate on team 6. There's one lone player inside that compound. I don't know how well Snappy are going to hold back team 3, but team 3, we have seen team LH has been dominating throughout the game. So they come in, they take down Pawan completely. Now they have a compound to hold for. It's only one player, Snappy, who's going in the top floor. So all 3 players are going to rush in and take down Snappy at the earliest, or Snappy would put up a glue wall and, you know, hold it off for some time. I'm looking forward for that fight as well. On the other end, we have team 10 who's going to come in from behind for team 1. Team 1 is having issues not only with the zone but also with team 10 and team 6, where I think team 1 is completely slaughtered out. It's team 6 versus team 10, which is going to be the next fight we're going to watch out for.
Akshat trying to come in. PvP, he has a sight on him, but the glue wall comes in at the right time. Raj knocked out by Playzone. Playzone also acting as a spoiler here. Kakashi will get one more, and the Playzone, it's coming in. Uncultured gets eliminated at the 4th spot, as we are down to 3 teams and 10 players. Life Hackers, they are dominating right now. Team 10 also down to 3 players, but it's team 6 who is actually fighting against all odds. Flash for you is the last player standing from his team. 1v1 fight. He goes in the house. Will it be him surviving? No, he'll get taken out as team 6. Snappy, the only hope. But Life Hackers, they are going in. They are actually eliminating everyone who's coming in their way, and the Booyah.
Exactly. It's the FT Esports versus the Lifehackers, which I'm looking out for. It's the boy who's getting attacked right now. Santosh with the grenade launcher. Is he going to pop out some bullets? Yes. Oh, beautiful knockover, old Monk. I was looking for it. ABD on the other end takes on one more player. Lifehackers not having the best time right now. Last player of Lifehackers left out. I don't know. It's a 1v1 situation. Baby jumps over with the dual vector, goes in for it. I think that's the booyah which is coming up for them. It's the Lifehackers who played it really, really well. I thought at one point of time they're going to get taken down, but one player with that vector doing the best they could, 10 kills in their pocket, and the booyah they acquire. It's going to be a lot of points which is going to get it for them.
Amazing play coming in from Lifehackers. They only had one kill in the 4th, 5th circle, but after that they completely dominated the circle. We talked about the numbers that can come into use in the later phase of the circle. All 4 players ready. It was like a team full of assaulters trying to dominate the game, trying to annihilate all the players who were coming their way. Nobody could stand in between the booyah and them. They're going to go away with booyah, but not only with only 5 to 7 kills. It was 10 kills, I guess, which they took. That's going to guarantee them a spot in the next phase, but the domination that they showed, amazing.
Exactly. But one point of time, I thought the Lifehackers could completely get swept off because of the grenade launcher. It could just take down one player, but if it could take out a lot of players, then it would have been a very wrong thing, a very wrong ending for them. Whereas on the other end, you guys have an opportunity to get those diamonds. There's a small update for you guys. In case you want those diamonds, I'll give you one more tip for you. Don't forget to subscribe the channel you're watching right now. Okay, subscribe Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest. Make sure you do the subscription and then you take the spawn, because once you do that, you know, probably because of your subscription as well as the spawning, you might get those diamonds. So don't forget, if you've forgotten to subscribe till now, go ahead, subscribe first and then type the rest and you'll get your diamonds easily.
Yeah, and we are going to come up with a lot more giveaways as well, so you don't want to miss out on that. So please do subscribe to the channel for more content like this. But right now, it's the fight, you know, it was amazing. We saw, you know, how hard it can get. We saw these teams performing so well. And Lifehackers, they were very good from the start itself. You saw them, you know, they were very organized. If you talk about their display of the gun power and the firepower, it was amazing. And they certainly deserved this booyah.
I believe if not for them, there was one player who was sitting inside the house. His name was Scrappy. I don't know from which team he was basically, but Scrappy was on the other end, you know, making his way outside the house. He probably held on for those placement points, even though they had only 2 or 3 kills. I think that will give a little bit of an advantage for them. This was the first nade which took down the Silver Moon. I think 3 players of Silver Moon were already out, and after that, there was no name of them popping anywhere.
Yeah, we talked about this, you know, that one grenade that actually opened up the game. I was not expecting a grenade this early into the game because, you know, it was just the first few seconds, but it was this fight that took my eye away. Kakashi playing so well, then Chocoboy actually, you know, complimenting his teammate, and this last fight, Snappy, played so well till the end. But, you know, ex-Snappy, unfortunately, it was just that Team 10 and Team 3, they had the, if you talk about the zone in their favor, so that's why they were able to survive for so long. But booyah, Lifehackers, amazing work.
Lifehackers, baby, especially with those dual vectors, he was able to connect most of the shots exactly at the point it was mostly needed. I'm looking for those highest kills or the damage. I think his name is going to pop up somewhere over there. I'm also looking for Snappy because he was the lone ranger who was holding off the complete compound, the complete house. There could have been easily 2 points which could be taken by Lifehackers, but I don't know how come he managed to do it. You know, he made sure he stayed upstairs and he didn't want to come into any kinds of early fights.
Yeah, and now we'll be moving on to the MVP player. Who's going to be the MVP? Who do you think? Is it going to be Snappy?
From LH, somebody.
Yeah, it's
LH Predator. As we were talking about, Lifehackers dominating over there. 4 kills in his pocket and 4 headshots as well. It was 2,100 damage. After a lot of matches we have seen in the recent past, I think this will be the second or the third player to get a damage of more than 2,000. So it will matter for the Lifehackers. We all know very well that Lifehackers have already made it to the next zone, but I'm looking for that Snappy name. Doesn't come over there. Uncultured Pawan comes up. That is one thing which was shocking for me, but the rest, I think it's better we start talking about them.
Yeah, Santosh, ABD also, you know, we knew the kind of damage he showed in the last few circles. He was amazing, uncultured, showing a very cultured gameplay. We saw that as well. But, you know, Snappy, at the end circles, you talk about it, you have 2 options, either to go in and take that fight or to stay alive till the end and maybe hope for the zone to take out everybody else, hope for other teams to take out everybody else, and then, you know, elevate your position. So it was Snappy actually holding his ground. But the other teams, they certainly went for that fight, and it was Life Hackers who made the best out of it. They started off well, they ended well, and I'm really looking forward to them going into the next few rounds and making the best out of the opportunity they have got.
There was one player, Santosh, from FT Sports, if I'm not wrong. He was the only player who had more than 4 kills. Probably if that survived a little more to the end, I think they would have had a better outcome of the game. But there was one Optimum Esports who showed early domination, but I don't know where they went. I've read Optimum Esports before. The name is very well known. I don't know whether it's the same Optimum Esports which we have seen dominating in other tournaments, but at one point of time I thought that it was the same names which I know, but eventually they got out of the tournament so soon that I couldn't even get to know what the names are.
Maybe their kills can actually get them to top 4. We'll have to wait for that, because we know, how much of a weight these kills carry. 2 points each, 6 kills, and you can get those 12 points, and we have seen the kind of points distribution coming up. So it's going to be Life Hackers sitting at top with 40 points, FT Esports sitting at second with 33, Uncultured with 27 points sitting at third, and BRK also, they are the last team for the 4th position, but Optimum Esports sitting at 5th. 5 points difference. But yeah, they are going to go up.
Yeah, just imagine if they had 3 more kills in their pocket, they would have easily made it a little above them. But Optimum Esports, it feels a little hurt not to see them in the top 4. But Uncultured, Life Hackers, FTE Esports, and BRK, a huge congratulations for you guys. You guys will be advancing for the next round. Waiting to see you guys in action again. Hopefully this time I could get to see a little more grenade launches pop up, because I don't know, there were more chances. Probably I had only 1 grenade to pop out, so that is why it took some time, and he made sure that he takes at least 1 knock or 1 kill even before going in. But by the time he could exchange the other gun, there come a man flying in with the Vectors, taking him out. That was one of the best gameplays at the end we could ever watch. So there are more matches which are coming out. There are more matches which we all will love to see. It's just the first game which has happened, ladies and gentlemen. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, because it's going to be another 15 plus days of tournament which is going to happen over here. You do not want to miss that action, as well as you do not want to miss those giveaways which has been happening over here as well.
Yeah, and I also feel that apart from all this, the usage of utilities in this tournament, it has been very good. From the first day itself, we saw these players. I mean, they are so good with those grenades. They can actually annihilate a complete team only with those grenades, without even going completely into a fight, without even committing completely to a fight. They can actually take out the entire team. We have seen that happen. And I was totally surprised seeing that in the first few seconds of the game. You're looking for guns, and then that grenade comes in, and then you put in that with that accuracy. I was completely surprised.
But most of the teams are holding inside one place, I think that's not the best thing to do. Before I further talk about it, my friend is going to tell you how to grab those 1060 diamonds, guys. It's 1060 diamonds which can do a lot for you. My friend, go ahead.
You just need to go in the chat, and you just need to type Snapdragon and your UID. I'm so excited, these diamonds, I want them. Come on. Can somebody copy my UID and can do that so that I can win it? Do I have someone in the chat? But yeah, I can do that, right? I can ask my friends to actually type my UID. That will be then I'll have a lot more chances to do that. Let's see if that actually I'll go out and I'll figure that out. But for now, just go in the chat, type Snapdragon and your UID, and you will be one of the participants for that giveaway. And we'll be picking up 12 winners. We'll be going away with 1060 diamonds for this day.
And don't forget to subscribe, my friends. That is the most important thing. After you subscribe, and then only you'll get those diamonds. If you're unsubscribed, I'm sure that you're not going to receive those diamonds, because yesterday, after many people have received it and they left us a message in other socials, we did ask them whether they had subscribed, and most of them said yes. After they've subscribed, they've got those diamonds. So in case you want those diamonds, all you have to do is subscribe. And speaking about more on the game, as I was saying, most of the players are inside one small house, which a grenade can do a lot. The matches are going so fast that my hype is also getting better. Let's look at the team ups who are going to come up for the match number 2 on day 3, guys. It's the Claws, Gyan Army, Skull BM28, and UK Gamers, Wild plus Lava Boys.
Yeah, Lava Boy, Stream Chasers, Unknown Squad, TFC, X Factor IND, The Hit List, and Aya Official. You know, these teams, they don't need any introduction. We have seen how much of a damage they can do in the playoffs one. Let's see if they can continue that kind of thing in playoffs too. Because if you talk about, you know, battle royals, it's not just about you doing well. Your gameplay, it also depends on a lot of other teams. The kind of let's say you're a very good team, but if you get third partied, fourth partied, you cannot do it because
Yeah.
you know the kind of skill set we have got. The teams are evenly poised, and every team has some good things, some bad things. So it's evenly mixed. So I still feel that a good team, yeah, they can take out of the team with a couple of players still left in their back without losing, without having any casualties on their side. But if two or three teams they actually come in on you at the same time, it's really hard to actually disbalance it to take out all those teams without losing any of your numbers. So Battle Royale, I still think that yes, it's all about skills and predicting the zone right, getting into the zone, you know, in a perfect manner. But it all comes down to a little bit of luck as well. You always need that to be on your side to make sure that you are going to go away with those booyahs. But you know what the best teams do? Even if the odds are against you, they just go in and they say, yeah, we'll get the job done.
But I saw Optimum Esports also chose to do the same thing, but got taken out because the location at which the zone had formed was so different from all the other games. For the first time, we are seeing a northern shift. It's somewhere close to Mill. And see, Optimum Esports very well know their location towards peak. That is why they were able to dominate it. But once they started to move towards Mill, that is when they got taken down. So I think each and every team have to do your homeworks better, to know the terrains properly. No matter how strong you are, sometimes your opponents, they have a little bit more luck than you, and eventually you'll get taken down. So your skills and your luck need to be good as well. Further on, the next game is going to start like anytime soon. Before that, I'd like to ask my friends, name one gun which you really want to see in action more.
Let's see, name one
Gun which you like to see.
You know, we have seen a lot of M8-2B coming into play, so I guess that's going to happen again this game, as well as we are going to go for the match 2 of the day 3, as the flight path has already arrived, hovering over Mars Electric. So it's starting from the southern side of the map, moving on towards the northern side, a vertical flight path with a slight shift towards the western side. Teams have already started to move into their preferred location. Sentosa is going to be a bone of contention between 3 teams again. Whenever the flight path takes a shift towards the southern side, or is it a vertical, whenever it's a vertical flight path, we see a lot of teams moving in towards the southern side for some reason, towards the Sentosa Island, because again we are seeing 3 teams at that island and only one will survive in my viewpoint.
Exactly. But on the other end, we can see no teams have taken the northern part. Graveyard, Bullseye, Shipyard, Plantation. No one is over there. And at Plantation, there was a blue zone as well. So if you're jumping off at the early on the stage, you neither have to have a good, a good view, or you need to jump out of the flight in a place where you know very well, or you'll have to wait and watch where the blue zone actually is, so that you can go there and get this maximum number of resources. Janu will be the first one to start off over here. He takes on UK Beast and also confirms it, getting the first blood for his team. This is team number 7 and team number 8 at Sentosa.
Yeah, Claus starting off really well right now with that first kill. But this is what I was talking about. Sentosa, again, a battleground for these 2 teams, as UDK from Team 7, he's rotating towards the left-hand side, and I guess he'll have a very good angle, but he's not really sure if somebody is in that house which is right in front of him. That's why I guess he's not overcommitting. But Prince, is he looking for a fallback? Because he's already having a gun. Yes, now he has started to move in towards that house. So I guess Sneak, since he was very cautious of the moves he was making, he actually delayed that rotation. But Shubham has spotted one. Widowmaker. Oh, Widowmaker. He will survive for the time being, as that VSS was not enough. But Shubham finally connects a few more shots, as now Widowmaker has been taken down. Shubham going for that confirmation. Let's see how that pans out, as KRM is going for that revival. But will that happen?
I think I love the way Team 8 has clustered around Team 7 at this point of time, because it's really important for you to have a proper backup when you're going in. Shubham on the other end gets taken down. It's the MP40 which comes into play. Sneak is in a little bit of a trouble, as Arnab is trying to go in. Prince would also want to fall back, take some cover, and then going to go against Team 8. But Team 7 right now has surrounded one player of Team 8, which could be a little bit of an issue for him.
Ooh,
Legend using the ability of Chrono right now, but I don't know how long he's going to hold up, because he was the second one to come in. Widowmaker from behind comes in, takes out one more player. I think this fight is going to be a little more intense than we thought.
Yeah, an all-out brawl coming into play. But Team 7, they have made the most out of it, as the last player from Team 8. It's Prince who's trying to fall back here. but will he be able to do that? As the team number 7, they have already started hunting for that last player. Prince has been spotted. Widowmaker trying to fight that Chrono. Yes, he'll do that, as the Vector will take down the last player. Widowmaker, performing really well. They have already got those 4 kills for Team X Factor, and one of the best starts for them.
I know. On the other end, we can see that Team 11 versus Team 3, which is taking place. Cyan is very much in the open with the Scar. He's using the Chrono ability, where it's also getting spotted out because of the color. Demon on the other end, as that combination of AR and a shotgun combination, he'll want the players to come in a little close. Mafia, being the closest to Team 3, will be the person who's gonna reveal the location of the enemies. But one player of Team 3 right now completely rotating. It's Cyan who can take advantage of this. Mafia being a little more vulnerable at this point of time. There's a little bit of an opening which came in against Smoke, and Demon and Smoke both are down. This is when Team 3 are going to get in. Yogi using the Chrono ability. I don't know how much he's going to take down, but Team 3 can dominate over here easily against Team 11.
Yeah, Dream Changers trying to dominate here, trying to chase the Dream, as Dia will get one onto Smoke. The rush is here. Team 3 wasting no time. I guess it was the high ground that actually provided them with a lot of confidence, and now they have started to move in. They are taken out. Demon is also bleeding out really quickly, as the last player from Team 11, Yogi, is trying to fall back. He has got no options here, but they are hunting down for that last player. Will he survive? I guess he will be able to go back. Dia gets that confirmation. They already have 3 kills right now, and they still are 4 men standing. I guess it was the start, the kind of knocks they took from that mountain, and after that they started to move in. Yogi, he has nowhere to go. I guess he'll start to fall back from the backside, but still he'll have to wait for that time, because if Team 3, if they spot him, it's all over for Team 11 as Dream Chasers. Now they are chasing down on that last player, but unfortunately that's not going to come in, because I feel that player is very well situated, as Mahakal will get one on to Godspeed.
I just love the way the hit, the Team 3 dominated over there. On the other end, so many fights are happening in the beginning, so I'm just loving to take you through all those things. It's Team versus Team 4, which is happening over here. Gyan is getting shots. It's Claw versus Team 4, which is going to happen. But I don't know how well Claw are going to use this. For the first time, I'm able to see a grenade, which is going to come in soon. Mahakal could be in a little bit of a trouble.
Oh,
and he gets taken down. Dark, very well thought over there, using the grenade early on. But Carl will get revived anytime soon. Dark is trying to slowly come in, converge on them, making sure he's going to confirm those kill of Mahakal. I don't know how well he's going to do that. Another grenade can give a lot of scope for this team, but Claws should have to claw through Team 4 to make it into the next zone.
As Alpha is trying to take a few shots on the players of Team 4, they are in open right now. Chrono is protecting for the time being, but let's see how that pans out. Dark is also taking a lot of shots, but the grenades are coming through from both the sides. A lot of shots coming in from Mahakal. He'll get one, but is that enough to keep Team 1 alive, as Dark will try to move in? Alpha also complementing those shots. It's the jump shot that will do the damage. Richu has been taken out. Team 4 still rocking 3 men. I guess that's enough, but the jump shot coming in from Mahakal, and he'll go down as well. Golden trying to come back, and now Team 4 suddenly they are falling apart.
Exactly, it's Dark Claw, the last player who's going to come, trying to come in. The Dark, I thought the Dark was almost gone down, but it's Alpha who's coming in for the last time. Mahakal is going to go in. He's got that SMG in play. I don't know how well Alpha is going to hold this back for a long time. It's a 1v3 situation. Alpha trying to run out in the open. It could be a little bit of an issue for him, but Mahakal, the way he's shown his domination throughout this game has been fantabulous, because he's got 3 kills in his pocket, even though he got taken down with some overconfidence trying to jump over the container. He gets taken down early, but his team comes up with a good backup, and this is what Team 4 is for you guys. Gyan Army, they're coming up with a little bit of Gyan, using those toolbox to upgrade themselves as well. So let's see how much they're going to survive as the circle gets smaller.
I mean, Gyan Army, they were really balanced. I guess one of the main reasons that when Gyan Army took the knock, they started to rush in. But when the same thing happened from Team 1, when Team 1 got the knock, they didn't do the same thing. They didn't rush in. Even if they had low numbers, I mean, I would have loved if they would have rushed in after those first 2 knocks. They allowed Gyan Army to actually revive their teammates. And when Gyan Army was 4 men standing, when they were 4 men standing, it was really hard to take them down. As TNT FC, they'll also start to move into the circle. They are playing on the edges right now. I guess it is, yes, they are on the, I guess it is Kota 2 where they are lingering around. They are still outside the circle, and there is no one to stop them, so they're not going to have any issues. As Team 5 also, it's going to be TFC trying to move in towards Peak. Peak has always been a hotspot for these teams, since most of the time it's in the center of the circle, and we have seen teams actually competing for that. But Team WP, Wild Plus, they have not engaged in any of these early fights. I guess one of the different things that has happened today, it's the fact that these teams, they are not looking away from those early fights. We have seen a lot lot of fights in the first game as well, and now the same thing is happening in the second as well.
Team Arya on the other end. Right now we can see the standings of how many players are alive. Two teams have only one player standing, whereas one team has 3 players standing, which comes up with almost 6 teams having 4 players each standing. Gyan Army and X Factor are fighting head to head with 4 kills in their pocket, so Dream Chasers will have to step up. So does FTC, because in case they are able to establish 2 or 3 more kills and somehow hold off till the end, it's going to be a bit of an issue. M28B right now trying to connect. It's team number 2 versus team number 4. This fight is for the control of the watchtowers between Clock Tower and Peak, and I think that right now Team Arya is doing a better job. If Team Arya is able to execute 1 or 2 knocks right now, they could be the next team rushing in. I love the way Team 2 are distributed, 2 players in the watchtower and 2 players in the compound. In case something goes wrong in either places, they can shift, they can regroup as a team and win. But let's see how well it's going to be executed. This is what you have to do. Gyan on the other end using the treatment gun to heal his friend, even more faster than healing, because in case something goes wrong, a headshot connects, he'll have enough health to revive himself as soon as possible.
But I guess the drop, it's kind of a double-edged sword here. They'll get enough guns, but will they be able to move towards safety? That is a very big question. Gyan Army, they got a lot of kills. I guess it was 4 kills in the starting only. That has given them the confidence to actually move in and get the control of the sides. But this central shift, it's going to spark up a lot of fights, because teams are already inside the circle, so they don't have to move much. But Team 9, Team 6, Team 7 and Team 11, they will be coming in from the eastern side of the circle, and they'll be pushed into the zone as Gyan. These guys are not stopping. These are taking one fight after the other, and I like this kind of aggression coming into play in the early phase of the game. You have 4 kills already, and as soon as he revived, he gets the knock, and they are all ready. And yes, is that going to happen again? No, it doesn't happen. As Gyan, I guess if they can put up if they can go down and if they can distribute themselves a little better, that would be much better. But Mahakal, yes, he has the angle. As soon as one of the players from Team 2, if he exposes himself, and if Mahakal can knock him out, that will be much better. But Mahakal, he exposes himself, and now the information has been passed to all the players of Team Arya, and they are making sure that he's not going to go away to safety without getting a lot of shots hit on himself. But I really feel if a team comes in as a third party on the left hand side mountain, on that left hand side, if we talk about that high range, then it's going to be a cause of concern for both the teams, because they are still fighting with each other, and a third party can destroy both of them.
Yes, it's Team 3 versus Team 5 versus Team 6. A 3-way battle which is going to take place near Peak. In case 6 also gets into play, then Team 5 are going to be in a bit of a trouble. Team 5 TFC right now healing themselves. They've got enough number of resources to take this fight, but they would want to hold it for the center of the circle, because as the circle is going to go down, you'll need a lot of other resources like those glue walls and stuff like that. But Team 5 are very vulnerable in the open at this point of time. They're going all against Team 6. Even though they have a cover, Team 6 right now is suffering a bit. Team 5 will all go in because they have to get into cover. This is the danger zone which is popped up on their head. It could be a little bit of it could be a huge trouble in case one of the player also gets knocked out, because Team 6 will somehow connect it through. Sandy on the other end with the VSS doing the maximum damage for Team 6. Team 6, I don't know how they're going to hold back Team 5. The way they are showing their aggression and rushing down, even though they have the best spot, Team 6 is getting taken down very bad. It's Dream which takes the first person down. Gets taken down as the first person, but will get revived. The Chrono's ability, I just love the way AJ is holding that one spot, trying to take that attention of White Crow so that he doesn't get to know about the players who's going to come in through the stairs. But we look forward for this as Team 5 already infiltrated inside the house.
I mean, Wild Plus, they are trying to rush in, but it's going to be Team 5 who are showing the aggression, but they are going to go down. One of the players has been knocked out and confirmed. White Crow has been knocked out. Will the revive come in as White Fox? It's all white here coming in from Wildless. TFC, they had the best start, but it's not turning out that way. AJ gets one onto Baba Tunde. White Fox has been eliminated as well, and now it's going to be TFC going away with 6 kills. An amazing start for them as well. They have lost Sandy in the process, but I still feel 3 players from this team, it's enough to take down any team in this match right now. I really loved how they played. Even if they had the disadvantage, even if they were coming from open, they made sure that the other team, they're not going to go away with anything. Team 6, I guess it was, they were kind of passive. They were not trying to dominate the other team. And TFC, they knew that it's going that way. That's why they actually rushed in without thinking twice, and that rush has worked for them. They already have 6 points, so that gives them a total of 12 points. Now they just need to survive till the end. I guess that will guarantee them a spot in the next round as Team 11 and Team 9. But Yogi will be taken out. Yogi was the last man surviving for his team, so that's the demise of one more team, as Nick, who's the solo survivor, I guess he's the solo survivor from Sentosa if I'm not wrong. We're down to 7 teams and 23 players. Peak, we talked about this. Peak is one of the central location inside this zone, and that's going to hamper a lot of things. As Team 3, it's going to be War God trying to stop the players of Team 7. Team 7, they have always been in the spotlight from the starting only. Bond, he's holding a very good angle, and I guess he'll be one of the players who will be making a lot of difference here in this fight.
Yes, it's Team 7 who are trying to rush in. It's a 3v4 situation. I don't know why Widowmaker is taking this big move, even though they have enough number of kills as of now. It's better that they hold back, because at the end of the zone, I know they'll have enough resources. But if they're trying to, lose all the resources at this point of time, it could be a little bit of a trouble. Sneaky gets inside. He'll be the first one to get the knock. War Roam is gone down. Diya is also gone down. It's the Cyan who's fighting alone inside. It's a 4v1 situation which is happening, but gets taken down as well as Sneaky and Bond, who come in with a SMG and shotgun combination, taking out whoever is nearby. It's very tough to run away from an SMG and sustain a shotgun shot, and eventually those two guns did play very well for X Factor, as they have 8 kills in their pocket now, and it's going to be an easy selection for them if they survive till the end in the top 4.
Yeah, they have already cleaned 2 teams out of this map. 8 kills for them, as Gyan has been spotted as well. They were looking for a fallback, but Team 2, they're not letting that happen. Team Arya is looking for some kills here. They have sights over, they have the vision over those players. Yes, there are a few shots coming in as well, but not able to connect as the zone pushes them as well into the zone. One of the players, I guess a couple of players from Gyan Army has already moved in, and they're in a very good spot as they are firing those bullets. Team number 10 on the receiving end. Rishu with that Groza, he's making sure he's going to do enough damage to the players of Team 10. No revivals are coming through actually, and Gyan, they have put down those glue as well. Kings gets taken out. Dina still surviving, but it's a matter of few seconds where he'll be taken out as well. Glue wall protecting from one edge, but will protect him from the other as well. As Vince, he'll try to heal up as of now, and then the onslaught will come in from him. Gyan Army still 4 men standing. I mean, even if there were a lot of eyes on them from the opponents, but still they have managed to survive, and that too with 4 kills, and that too with the number of players they have inside the circle, and they are dominating the complete space right now. It might be a matter of any second right now where Team SKLD now will be spotted, yes, but the connection was not that great to take him out. Team 10, they'll survive for a little longer, as these 6 teams and 17 players will fight for that booyah as we see the end of one more team.
I mean, Gyan Army is using all their resources so early on in the game. I don't know how much more resources they'll have. I'm talking in terms of lead, because eventually if they don't have enough lead, then it's going to be a bit of an issue. I can see a grenade launcher in someone's hand. The one grenade launcher which is popping out a bit. It did a little bit of a damage for X Factor, but oh my god, I think he's got a knock as well, as one player goes down. Widowmaker coming in with the shotgun, with the SMG, whereas Legend on the shotgun on the other end. This is going to be a huge exchange of bullets. It's the last 2 players. It's Bond versus Legend, but Legend somehow connects, but I think the zone is going to take the best use of all these things, and both these teams are going to be eliminated, as one last player of Team 7 is making it inside, as Team 5 and Team 4 are inside for the final fight in this match, which is going to predict the best team of this group.
XRV KRM, he's the last player standing from his team. X Fighter, suddenly from 4 players standing, they are down to the last player, and KRM, he has the last 2 players from TFC inside. The rush is coming in. Will KRM take him down? Gyan, they still have 4 players standing. KRM is the lone survivor. The glue wall comes in from Venom. He's on very low health, but will he survive, as KRM versus AJ is going to be a 1v1 fight?
I just love the way KRM is holding off right now. If he's able to survive, then the pace of shift is going to happen, where it's going to be Team 5 versus Team 4. And I think he did the right thing over there. And Team 4 versus Team 5 has already started over here. It's the last 2 surviving teams. The grenade launcher coming into play as well. Gyan Mahakal with the grenade launcher, not able to connect much, but I just love the way the last 2 players, whoever was surviving, was somehow able to help him clear off the rest of the players. I think Team Gyan Army has a lot to do when it comes to playing it a little defensive, because these people have been so offensive throughout. It's going to be a little bit of an issue in case they won't be playing a little more defensive in the later stages of the game.
I mean, Gyan Army, they were tremendous. They got that first fight in their favor, and after that, moving on for that watchtower. And as soon as they knew that this is not going to work out, since the circle has shifted towards the other end, they were very quick to rotate. I still feel the other team in the watchtower, they had a very good sight on Gyan Army and they had a very good chance to take them out, but since they didn't make the best out of the opportunity, it was Gyan Army rotating completely towards the other side, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for the right timing, and going away with that booyah and with those points as well. But you can go away with those diamonds, 1060 diamonds on the boards, ladies and gentlemen. You have to type Conquest and your UID in the chat, and you have to send it to participate in the giveaway, which will be giving you 1060 diamonds.
And also you have to do one more thing. You have to subscribe to the channel, Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest channel, the one you're watching this whole action happening over here. Please do subscribe at first and then do the typing, because that is the best way for you to get those diamonds. And speaking about what Gyan Army could do, there was one more team which dominated with 10 plus kills, and that was the X Factor.
Yeah, X Factor IND, I mean, they were looking very good, but it was just that when the zone went against them, they were not able to actually completely, you know, change their gameplay according to that. They were a little slow to react, and when the shots were coming and when the chips were down, I mean, they were down to only one player, I guess, and that player was just not enough to get them a booyah, because Gyan Army, they were still rocking 4 men, and they made sure that those 4 men, they are getting the job done. So even if it was a 4v2 fight at the end, Gyan Army, they were looking very strong from the starting only, and they made sure that they're going to continue with the momentum till the end fights.
As we look at the highlights, Unknown Squad was the first squad to completely get annihilated by Team 7, but from then we saw them how they're able to take down Dream Chasers. They showed a little bit of a, you know, promising performance in the beginning, but later couldn't do it. But Gyan Army, from the beginning, they started to dominate. They made sure that they stay together. They do not go off taking single fights, and eventually they were able to execute a lot of kills. Gyan Army with 4 kills. See, there are 6 teams alive. They already have 5 kills in their pocket, making it the 6th kill over there. But Widowmaker over here, he was the one who looked out the best for me, because Team 7 had one of the best views over there, and the final fight which took place, that grenade launcher against KKK made a little bit of a difference, because KKK had the deadly Groza. He was trying to connect those shots, but from behind the glow wall, when Mahakal used those grenade launchers, I think that was the best thing which could ever happen over there.
Yeah, and Venom also fought till the end. He tried his best. He got a knock, but unfortunately, it was not enough to take the army of Gyan, the Gyan army. And it was just perfect for them, going away with this booyah, going away with those kills and the points as well. They started off very well, and I won't be surprised if the MVP is from them. Yes, it's going to be Gyan Mahakal coming in from Gyan army with a total of 6 kills and a damage of 2107 damage coming in from him. 2 headshots, but all that matters is the number of kills you have got. 6 kills coming in from him.
Exactly. 6 kills coming in from Gyan Mahakal. At least 2 came in from the grenade launchers. This is what the grenade launchers can do. Other teams also had around 4 kills, but the 2+ kills came in without deadly, you know, big exploding guns. On the other hand, we have the X Factor India. 2 players of them, 2 players of Gyan Army, and 1 player of TFC. TFC, I just saw they were the last team standing over there, and 1 player of TFC got taken down, and that was, I think that was Triple T or somebody like that. But still, let's look at the damage distribution over here. 1,900, 900 and 800 damage. Everybody have good, you know, come in good use with the lead for their teams, and eventually they're able to, you know, execute so much. But I just love the Gyan Army's counting of 9 kills with just 2 players, whereas X Factor have 3 players with 3 kills each, making it 9. I think if you have 2 players like that in your team, it can count up to 10 kills for you. So very well set team.
Yeah, and Mahakal also, you know, leading the charge for his team, leading those charts, leading those numbers, actually having the double of the damage as compared to the 2nd and 3rd position. So that shows you the kind of domination he has had, the kind of play he has made. And at one point we thought that maybe Gyan Army is going to go out, but in that fight, Mahakal was the opener. He got those opening kills. He made sure that the pressure is actually on the other side and not on them. At one point, you know, when Gyan Army was kind of knocked out, there Mahakal came into play. He came in as an assaulter. He made sure that he is going to, you know, divide the workload and take most of the workload on him, and that allowed the other players to play with a lot of freedom. And I guess that was one of the main reasons that Gyan Army was able to go away with what they have, you know, the kind of points they have got, and they are going to advance to the next rounds, that's for sure. But for the other teams, we'll have to wait for a little longer, as the points table will come in and it will tell us who are going to be the top 4 team. Do you think TFC is going to go in?
Yeah, I think because there was a lone survivor of TFT who did try to do a very clever thing. You know, he made sure that the attention of Team 5 and Team 4 comes into play where he can be the safest person, but doesn't get it executed well because he was kind of submerged between two glue walls. By the time he could take that long rotation, he was getting taken off by the X Factors. But on the other end, I just love the way he has performed till now. So the three teams can be X Factors.
Yeah, X Factors for sure.
X Factors for sure. Then we have Mahakal's team, that is Gyan Army, and then it's going to be the
TFC, I guess.
Yeah, TFC. So three teams we know very well, but the rest of the teams, we fingers crossed for most of them, because the domination has happened from these three teams. More than 25 to 30 kills is taken over here. So there's a small distribution of 2-3 kills which will matter with the placement points, and I'm really looking forward for that fourth team, the lucky team, which is gonna come in the fourth position.
Yeah, I guess it's a fight for the fourth spot right now, and it's going to be very close. I guess it should be I guess a matter of 2 to 3 points maybe.
Yeah.
And after that as well, if you talk about the fifth, sixth spot, that's going to be very close.
Oh,
and yes,
there
this
it
is what I
is.
was talking about. Just 1 point differentiating the fourth spot and fifth spot. This is what I was talking about. Gyan Army, X Factor, TFC. Sitting at top 3, UK Gamers just pipping Dream Chasers with Dream Chasers actually, I'm sorry, by just 1 point. So that was amazing from them. Arya officials, they were looking good as well, but unfortunately they are going to go out at the 6th spot.
As we were speaking about 1 point differences, which can matter a lot. Just imagine Dream Chasers are out of the tournament with just 1 point away. The 4th and 5th point differences is like the placement points is going to matter a lot. So over here, as we had predicted about the top 3 teams, Gyan Army, X Factor India, TFC. Congratulations for you guys. As you guys can see that you have dominated with more than 22 kills in your pocket.
Wild Plus again. I'm surprised by Wild Plus because they were having a very good start, but it's unfortunate that they had to go down so early. It tells you that even if you are a very good team, sometimes it's the circumstances that can come in. And I was really surprised by the kind of play they made. But it's going to be the top 4 teams: Gyan Army, X Factor, TFC, and UK Gamers, who are going to make it to the next round, playoffs 3, and we'll have to wait for that. But these 2 games, I mean, from the past, if you talk about the first 12 games that we saw on the first 2 days, this is in no point less than that. It's actually the same kind of action that is coming in, and because of the kind of gameplay that I've seen so far, I feel that all the teams, they are watching the games and they know that what is to be changed, because we saw this type of if you talk about the watchtower control, it was not being shown on the first day, but from the second day and the third day, when it was, I guess, one of the teams who actually got the booyah just because of that holding. So I guess that came into play, and a lot of teams actually learned that, and now we are seeing that even in the first and second circle, it's a fight for those watchtowers. A lot of teams are actually converging towards that region, and it gives birth to a lot of fights. And Gyan Army as well, as soon as they won that fight, they started to move in, and I feel that was one of the main reasons for their victory today.
That is the difference between other players and Gyan Army. They did not hold off. They showed their aggression from the beginning, but the momentum remained the same till the end. That is why they were able to execute the booyah. We have always spoken about teams playing a little more defensive in the beginning and then going offensive or aggressive by the end of the game. But I don't know what to say about Team Gyan Army. There is more fights which are going to come up like this, ladies and gentlemen. Till then, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and by then, you please bring up your friends.
Enjoy premium mobile gaming experiences wherever you go. You deserve a premium device powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G mobile platform. And when winning is everything, you'll experience the difference with Qualcomm Snapdragon Elite Gaming. Harness the power of ultra-smooth responsiveness, color-rich HDR scenes, and desktop-level features that are mobile firsts, all while playing longer on a single charge. You deserve graphics and audio that are crystal clear.
Alright, I'm out of ammo. Do you have ammo?
Yeah, I do.
I'm low on bullets.
I have a rifle.
Alright. Come back. Let's get out.
Enjoy Qualcomm acoustic audio technology for noise suppression to enhance your in-game communications, and enjoy chatting with teammates without an annoying echo or feedback.
Run! Where are you?
Okay.
Dude, where are you?
Let's go to the other house. Let's go to the other house. The blue house. The blue
Who's
house.
shooting at me?
The blue house.
Go!
And when you want the wireless immersion of earbuds, count on Qualcomm aptX technology to truly deliver immersive sound with low latency. When it comes to your device, you deserve unrivaled gaming speed and stamina. You deserve premium mobile experiences. You deserve Qualcomm Snapdragon.
What's inside your mobile device matters.
早安，能量。你的建议书做得真好。
I'm so glad to hear it.
It's why the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform matters. Because you deserve the freedom to immerse yourself in virtual worlds and explore new realities. You deserve an intelligent camera that delivers professional image quality in any lighting condition. And a mobile PC that's as connected as your smartphone with battery life that can last for days. You deserve multiplayer games that respond at the speed of 5G.
谢谢 Daniel。
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
And you deserve the ability to stream crisp, high-resolution videos in more places anytime with 5G. You deserve all the best 5G experiences. That's why your devices deserve the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve a mobile PC that's as connected as your smartphone, with battery life that can last for days. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve the freedom to immerse yourself in other worlds and explore new realities. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve multiplayer games that respond at the speed of 5G. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve a camera that delivers professional image quality in any lighting condition. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve to stream crisp, high-resolution videos in more places anytime with 5G. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform.
So welcome back everyone. After a short little break, we are back with the game 3. And for the game 3, you'll have Elika with me. Thank you so much, Elika, for coming in. So, I mean, the last two games, they were just filled with a lot of action. I mean, we saw that kind of grit and determination to win. And it was a great portrayal of the fights from all the teams.
Definitely. I was watching in the other room. I was waiting. I was watching you cast. I was watching you and Arka cast. And the gameplay showcased by X Factor IND and Gyanami, it was just outstanding. I mean, for a second, I was very ferocious about Gyanami. I mean, they took initial fights. They went aggressive. But for a second, they were so calm after the first zone finished. They were waiting until the end zone. They made it. But the last fight, it was so intense. I mean, if I was not allowed to walk in, I would have definitely opened the door and walk in, and I would have been so excited to cast that match. It was a very great hype ending, I would say. And X Factor IND, I think they did their really best. I think their downfall came from after the third zone, when they actually neglected and they played a split game. If they did not go for the split game, they could have maybe, you know, done the booyah. But GG well played too, I would say, Gyanami with 13 kills, right?
Yeah, it was amazing coming in from them. And, you know, they had a very good mixture of the offense and defense, if you talk about it. They started with a very good fight. They didn't want to, like, you know, disengage from that fight. They didn't want to fall back. They went in, they got those kills. And even after that, you know, whenever you have a good start, it's about continuing the momentum. They got the momentum. They continued with it in the next one as well. They were very quick to rotate towards a very good place. and you know that discussion will be stopped for a little while.
Yes.
What you have to do right now to go away with those 1060 diamonds, you need to go in the chat, you need to type Snapdragon and your UID, and you might just be one of those people who can go away with those 1060 diamonds. And for all this action and for all the giveaways as well, you can subscribe to the channel Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest. That will be great as well.
Yes, definitely. I mean, if I had those diamonds in Free Fire, I'd make a necklace out of it. But unfortunately, I cannot in Free Fire. But if there's any skin which can actually give you abilities wearing a necklace, I would do that. But yeah, that was a very lame joke, guys. Coming back to the game, post-analysis. Talking about the first game, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, it was amazing. Anyways, in the second game as well, it was full of the surprises. But right now, it's about the game 3 that is going to come up on our screens. After this, we only have 3 games left for the playoffs round 2. It's amazing seeing all these teams perform so well. We have Cloud Esport, GZ Army, Soul Raptors, UN Slain Gods. Then we have Unslain Gods maybe, Broken Wings, Rising Boss Esports.
Rising Boss Esports, D Big Giants, Team Universe, Silently Loud. I mean, they have two different teams in one thing. Mad Bros right there. I think Mad Bros, it reminds me of the game I used to play.
Yeah, but right now, let's see if they can actually play the game perfectly and if they can go away with that booyah or enough points to actually make it a top 4, because this matters right now. We have 12 teams coming in. In each group, we have 12 teams and only 4 can make it to the next round. So everything depends on it. Even if you're advancing to the next round with just 1 point, or if you're advancing to the next round with a lot of points, that doesn't matter. You just need to move into the playoffs 3, and that is going to give you an opportunity to move in and go away with that prize pool as well. So that's a story for a little later. But these 12 teams,
yes,
they're only going to get one chance. That one chance, they need to redeem themselves, and if they can do it, they are going to go into the playoffs 3, and if they don't, they are going to go out.
Yes, and talking about the 12 teams right now in the match number 3, playoffs 2, day number 3, there's one team I would like to talk particularly about. That's going to be GZ Army. GZ Army have got 2 of the best players known for their number of kills that they carry away individually along with the team.
Yeah.
I mean, so far in this tournament, all the way from beginning stages of getting qualified into this tournament to the playoffs, I think they have done very great, and I'm expecting a huge tough fight coming in from GZ Army right there today.
Yeah, let's see if those expectations can come true as we'll be moving into the game right now at this moment, as the flight path has arrived on our screens, and a lot of teams are already taking their preferred locations. Mars Electric might just be a bone of contention between Team 4, Team 6
Definitely.
I guess it is, and Team 3. Team 10 also, I guess they are moving towards Pochinok. Team 1, it's going to be hovering over Factory, and nobody's going to go towards Sentosa just because the fact that the flight path is a little away from there. But Rimnam Village, it is actually 2 teams there as well, so we are going to have an early fight at that location as well.
Definitely. Talking about the team's drop location, I think team number 9 has got down at Bhima Sakti Strip. Finally, we can see that the drops are actually getting down into the Bhima Sakti Strip, because, compared to the gameplay of yesterday and day before yesterday's, I think a lot of strategies have been put into the players that they've actually got down into the edges of the map, and they have ignored most of the, inner parts of the map. While coming back, looks like a small fight has already begun at Pochinok. Looks like team number 9 and team number 4 might be having a little bit of clash together, but there's quest going for the loot and the weapons, because resources are far more important if you want to take those initial fights, to get over and begin with the game.
Yeah, but for those resources, you need to clear out the region first. As Puneet, he has a player inside. That Scar coming in from Naveen, but Puneet, he's looking nowhere right now. He has his eyes set on that player, but the other player has already started to fall back. He's looking for some different angles. As the players from team number 11, they are looking for some more fights here. One of the players, Comrade, will get one onto Subhash, I guess it was, who was just taken out, and Team 11, they are going on to the players of Team 2, but there's a player on the backside who can act as a spoiler, as AK-47 will get one onto Abhi as well. Team 11, I really like how they are playing. They are playing as a team right now. All the 3 players are moving in a very united manner. Naveen, he has the gun in his hand, and he can make a lot of difference here. Yes, he's going to go in. The blue walls comes in. Team 11 going for those revivals. Comrade will get that knock onto Shub, but I guess the revival will come at any moment.
Definitely, the revival is the most important thing. While right now we can see that 2 teams are having a fight over Miller, while Shanku has actually taken down 1 player and confirms the kill, that is Harry, out of the server. While talking about these kills, the initial kills are quite important. While thought without actions is abortion, and action without a thought is a folly. So you need to think before you do it, and if you're thinking, and definitely you should do it. While talking right now, a close combat is happening. While Team 2 has actually knocked one of those players. While Mad Bros, they're in a very typical situation. Glue Wall is protecting them for the moment while Mad Bros 2 players down, 1 player standing for them, and Krish, Puneet and Shishar. Shishar and Puneet have already gotten 4 kills into the hands, which means team number 11 took an entire shutdown against team number 2.
And if you look at it, Team LE, we are legends. They only played with 2 players here. One of the player was already down. The last player was looking for a gun. These 2 players, they have made the, their teamwork has made the teamwork here. As the 2 players will divide 4 kills in between them. As Team 6, they have a very good high ground. And this might just be a cause of concern for Team 1, because if you look at Rising Boss, all of their players are on the low ground. Even if they have got the guns, that's SMG coming into play. So they will definitely need a lot of medium range guns coming into play. But Sol Raptor, they might just come in at any moment of time, and Swapnil might just be spotted. Vaibhav, Rajput and company, I really like how they are playing right now. 3 of the players at the same location, the other player having an off angle, so that can make the work easier for them. But team number 1, look at their compound. Even if they are on the edges of Sentosa, still they are moving as a complete team. Look at them, they are not separated from each other. So a divide and rule policy on them can actually work, but for that to happen, you'll have to separate them, which looks like a very hard job right now.
Definitely. I mean, as we were speaking in the early stages of the plane path, we definitely thought that nobody was going to go on to the, sides of Sentosa. While I think is a fight has begun at Pochinok. Once again, there's 1 player sitting, that is going to be Ghatak inside the compound, proning and waiting. Actually, I think he has heard all the sounds of the team number 3, all the players who are rambling around those compounds. If they give away the slightest sound, if Ghatak takes that shot, it's over. I think opening from a distance, he will have the advantage.
Yeah, Ghatak is actually waiting for his opportunity right now, as he has been completely surrounded by the players for I guess of team 3. But the good thing is in favor is that nobody knows his location, so that's something that you really appreciate. Mad Bros, they got 1 kill, but that was not enough to keep them alive. They got out very early. Cloud X, if you talk about them, they have also lost out on 3 of their players without getting any kill. If you talk about Unslain, they have Unslain God, I guess it is, who have 0 kills to the name, but they have also lost out on a couple of players, as we are down to the top 10 teams with 34 players. So I mean, we are looking at a lot of early fights here, but I'm really interested about this fight in Sentosa, because Sentosa, if you look at it from that perspective, we have seen teams fighting it out here. Yes, we have seen a lot of fallbacks as well, but we have never seen a fallback with 4 players alive. So that's something that I would really like to see, and team number 1, they have a very good chance of doing that. As team 3, they are still distributed. I guess they are still farming, as one of the players is looking for some more loot here on, but one of the players from team 10, I guess it is Ghatak, who's very close to them. But the circle, it's taking a little bit of southern shift, so that is we have seen this on day 2 as well. And if whenever the circle takes a southern shift, the center becomes completely empty, and that opens up a lot of opportunities for the teams on the northern side. Look at Bullseye, team number 8 is completely situated there. As soon as they move in, there will be no one gatekeeping for them, but for that to happen, they need to come in early.
Yes, definitely. I mean, gatekeeping, that is the most important thing if you want to watch your back and your front and survive it till the last zone. Well, talking about Team 9, they have a good positioning, while Team number 3 still does not have any idea that there's 1 player, that sneaky player, sitting on top of the compound, proning and saving his life. Well, if Ghatak gives away any position, it's going to be tougher. Well, if the UAV spots out on the right Pochinok, I think it's going to be a boom blast for the last player standing for Cloud10. That's going to be Ghatak. Coming back, UAV is already on the way to Pochinok. Will Ghatak get punished this moment? I mean, that's a question I have, but I don't think UAV is going to go to that side. While talking about team number 3 is closely approaching right now to Ghatak. Well, I don't think as long as Ghatak has that, trigger discipline of not showing himself up and giving away the position, he's doing a great job right there.
Yeah, he's going to do a very good job. And on top of that, one thing that is in his favor, it's the southern circle.
Yeah.
Pochinok is actually one of those locations that is on kind of extreme southern edge. So that allows him to survive for a little longer, and he can wait for the players of team 3 to go away from here. Since he's the only player standing, he cannot risk it. But if a team comes in from the mountainside, I guess they'll have a sight on Ghatak. But we'll have to wait for that, because these teams are experienced. They know where the players can be situated. They know where these fights can come up from. As Sentosa, I guess team number 1 has already fallen back from there. On the other side, team 6 is also looking to exit Sentosa. But since the circle was favoring the southern side, I don't think there's going to be any issues for them. They can delay it for a little longer. They can farm this area completely, and that will allow them for a good loot. And on top of that, they'll also have 4 men standing in the next few phases.
I think yes. I think there's still a lot of quest going for the loot and the resources right now. We've seen only one initial fight, that is team number 11 taking down entirely Mad Bros. While Mad Bros has been eliminated right now, 3 players from CloudX have been done and dusted. While Cape Town, it's going to be only one player approaching towards Cape Town. Looks like team number 11, 9, 3 and 5 are in the circle. But right now, there's one question I would like to pop up, is that can team number 6 make it in time to the inside zone? Because the circle looks like into the favor of them. While my predictions of the circle, it might end up somewhere on the north side of Puchnok and Factory maybe.
Yeah, that might just happen. Team 6 is already inside the circle as they'll start to move in towards the center, because we have seen two kinds of strategies coming up. There are a few teams who like to stay on the center in the first 4 zones, and then they go in for that central circle, central region. But there are teams who have done a lot of homework. They already know where the circle is going to go, so they actually move in and they take the center very early into the game, and that allows them to go for those booyahs and get a lot of points as well. Ghatak, he has a lot of information on team 3, but unfortunately he's not having the numbers to actually feed that information to, and he just cannot actually put that information to good use. For now, he can use it to survive for a little longer, but for how long we'll have to see. His team is actually bound to get eliminated at, I guess, 11th position, but still I feel that they have a lot of chance in Ghatak, because he has positioned himself really well. He just needs to have the trigger discipline till the end if he wants to move in, because we had a player yesterday as well. It was Reaper, I guess, Gen Reaper, who actually made it to the booyah even as a solo player. So let's see if Ghatak can get the job done for his team today.
Yes, yesterday that guy Reaper with only 2 kills in a 1 versus 5 situation, that too against all full squad, 4-man squadding teams. He made it to the last and he made his team deserve that booyah, while he only carried away with 2 kills, Tinker. So he was not even the MVP, but he tried his level best and he actually succeeded in that. While looks like team number 4 is in a big trouble right there in the danger zone, and I think they're most probably going to dodge it, while the circle is totally slowly shifting towards northern side of, actually it's in somewhere on northern side of Factory and Puchnok. While to be precisely, I think if this ends in Peak, then it's going to be hell of a fight coming in by, because Peak has a high ground and a low ground. So mixing both of them together in a no compound zone, I think that would make a great fight for all the teams alive in the top 5.
Yeah, I really like these kinds of circles, just because the fact that there are still a lot of compounds in the zone, and since this was a kind of southern shift coming into play, so we still have a lot of buildings, and these buildings, they are a little separated from each other, so that allows the teams to actually get the hold of compound, and on top of that they are also distanced from each other, so that delays the fight for a long time. So even if this is the second circle that will start to close in a little while, and we still have 10 teams, I'm sure that we're not going to see any kind of action in the next circle as well. After that circle, yes, things are going to spice up, but it will be the 4th circle, I guess, where actually the teams will start to go down as team number 4. I mean, this has been a very common thing where teams actually, they do not just ram into the circle in a rectilinear motion. They just try to rotate from the other side. They try to delay their rush into the circle, and this has actually worked for a lot of teams. So if it's working, you don't need to fix it.
Definitely, I think Ghatak is still in his favoring position. Well, yeah, apart from that, you're talking about that over the course of time, yes, definitely the fights will become things will get a little bit heated in the game. While we see that Puchnok has 3 teams, while Ghatak is going to be the only player in between. I think he's feeling like the patty in a burger, but yeah, definitely a small one and the only one standing right there. If Team 6 or Team 3, if even one of them gets spotted, I mean, Ghatak can be that binge watcher who can sit on top of the compound and watch team number 3 and 6 fight. That would be a fun match to watch.
Yeah, that will be a very funny thing, but right now this circle has favored him, but I don't think the next circle is going to favor him, just because a lot of teams have already cluttered here. So I guess the zone is going to take a different shift, a shift that is going to hamper both of their journeys, and then Ghatak will have to come out of his hole and then he'll start to move in. That will create a lot of trouble for him, because if you look at Puchnok, it's on the edge of the circle. So if the circle takes a northern shift, we saw a southern shift coming into play in the last zone, so I do expect a northern shift coming into play. It's going to be an edge shift no matter what. Team 4 is still on the edges, Team 8 trying to move into the circle as well. No gatekeeping happening for them, so no action as of now. But this side, this southern side, it's going to be a home. It's going to turn into a battleground in a matter of few seconds.
Definitely, because team number 3, team number 6 and team number 1 is approaching towards the Puchnok, which is only going to make it difficult for all the teams to have a fight right there. And the most deadliest thing is that a drop has taken place, and it has actually conquered the eyes of team number 3 and 6. Actually, one of the player was team number 6 was trying to loot that, but against when he saw team number 3, he quickly falled back. Well, looks like it's going to be a little bit of a tough to actually say that when the fight might take place, because there are 4 teams currently standing at one position, one place.
I'm actually waiting for the circle right now. If you look at it, it is about to close in, and these 4 teams, the circle is going to go away from them, and then we'll have a lot of shots coming in from all the sides. I guess team 3 and team 6 will go up against each other, and then team boss might just come in as a third party. Oh no, the circle has actually taken a sudden shift, and it is favoring all those teams. So Ghatak, this guy is carrying a lot of luck right now. Free Fire gods, they are certainly favoring him. Let's see how far he can take his team as a solo player, as Vicky. He still has the compound to the name. And these 3-4 teams, they must be happiest right now. Because if they had to move in, then even if they would have survived for a little longer, they still would have lost a couple of players here and there. And I'm talking about all the teams here. Ghatak, he might just go down a little earlier than those other teams. But team 1, team 3, they would have taken a lot of hits coming in from that zone shift. But since it is favoring them, they still have a lot of things to fight for. I would really love to see team 1, if they can send in a player or 2 in the next compound as well, on the right hand side compound as well. Fury is trying to spot out Ghatak right now. Can he actually do that? But Abhay has been knocked down. Let's see if that can actually... I mean, the revivals might just come through. Danger Zone is actually coming up here and is doing a lot of damage, but the revivals will be coming through at any point of time.
Definitely. And it looks like this one thing I would like to mention mostly regarding Pochinok is that Ghatak can be that one man like Reaper who will be carrying over the game and making that way for his team, because Ghatak has been a very experienced player from a lot of games to the Free Fire right now. Well, there's one quite thing I'm really confused about is that team number 3-6, they're standing quite in the opposite directions, but if the circle takes onto the northern side of Pochinok, when they are going to come out of the compounds, then it's going to be hell of a fight. Well, there are no high grounds in the Pochinok, so I think that's an advantage for Ghatak for not getting spotted out right there.
Look at team 5, they're also moving in here. So we have around 4 to 5 teams coming in here. This is going to be a barrage of kills that can come up at any moment. And all these teams, what is favoring them? It's like all of them, they are a little, passive teams. They are not trying to rush in completely. They don't want those early fights. They want to delay it for a little longer. But team 9, they are trying to rush in. Team 8 also on the edges. It's team 11 who are trying to move into the circle. Promith also surviving for the time being, but Popping will get knocked out by the play zone. So play zone is finally coming into play, and now the fights will get really interesting. But what is the zone doing? Is Ghatak controlling the zone right now? What is happening here?
I'm not sure. I mean, if he's controlling the zone, then he's going to be the king of the match today. But quite putting that is that I think Abhay has taken down a kill and he's going to confirm it, while Puneet has been eliminated. That player who has got himself the first blood in the 2 kills. While talking Broken Wings have been completely eliminated. GZ Army, they have been quite of the most popular and the a huge fan base team. They have gotten themselves a double kill. I still don't understand why they are playing around with the zone. They're going inside the zone, they're coming out of the play zone. But yeah, if the HP keeps taking down, then I don't think they'll be able to survive. There are entirely 5 teams at Pochinok right now. Team number 3, 1, 6, 5, 10 and 4. And the only person who is, having that favorable position and can watch all the teams like a god, how God watches all of us, that is going to be Ghatak right there. He's not even only controlling the entire map, but he's also controlling the players. None of them have actually taken a fight till now. It's going to be 9 teams around in such a small zone. 4 zones have been taken and still 9 teams are inside that. It's like all the ants are gathering together.
Yeah, Ghatak is having the bird eye view right now as Swapnil goes down. AK-47 gets one onto Arav as well as Krish gets confirmed. That's going to be team 3 playing on the edges. Team number 9 coming in from outside the circle as well. As Vicky will get one more as we are down to 8 teams and 26 alive. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that Ghatak, the lone survivor, somehow he's still there from the start of the game, but he's surviving as EG, GZ Army, Vicky. From that balcony, he can make a lot of difference. But let's see if he can make the play. If he can get those knocks as GZ Army is trying to rush into the circle. The zone will push them and they'll push them hard. But a couple of grenades here and there and any of these teams can go down.
Definitely. A couple of grenades, I mean even one grenade is enough to take down 4 players right there, because multiple players are actually camping inside one compound, which is quite risky for them to do so. And there you go, the fight has become team number 9, that is GZ Army has pushed down to team number 3. Looks like most of the teams are uproot of the compound while most of them are below. So it's going to be a 1v1, a first floor versus second floor fight, to be honest.
And now the zone has taken another shift. Ghatak is
Oh
finally
my
outside of the circle.
Yeah.
Promith has been spotted. Shazy goes for that dual vector. Unfortunately, not able to connect. Go to take one on to take one on to Ajbooth. He'll get that confirmation as well. GZ Army are your new kill leaders. As
my
Razak
God.
will look out for some more players. Team 5 also trying to rush into the circle. It's the battle for the zone right now. Peter has been eliminated. It's all happening here. All the teams coming up against each other. Glue all trying to spot those players, trying to stop those players from flushing them out. But it's going to be Hassan getting that one confirmation.
Yes, definitely. I think right now Danger Zone, the play zone is going to push the enemies into the circle right now. While looks like it's going to be a glue wall which will be coming into the play. Team number 5 is actually taking a fight against team number 6. That is going to be D trying their level best to survive. But GZ Army, they still have 4-man standing. Gauru, this man is making an exceptional play right there. He took down 2 players. He has that beautiful sniper in his hand. 3 kills for him. Right now he's actually trying to go for the 4th one as well. While Shanku has knocked out ESHRs right now. Can he confirm the kill? Yes, he confirms. AK-47 taking another down. Shanku doing that again, taking down Razak. It's going to be 3 teams standing, 4 teams standing out right there. GZ Army, they're waiting inside the compound, and right now they have pushed out. It's going to be 1 player standing in from team number 3 who might actually get taken down by team number 4. That is going to be GZ Army pushing from behind, taking 1 player down. They're having a fight against Easy Abai. While ES Abai, he's waiting. They have the compound. While it's going to be 1 player standing in for 4th team, and there you go. It's going to be EG. GZ Army Ogbani carrying away with that booyah.
They're going to go with that booyah. Perfection coming in from them. They have taken that booyah with a total of 11 kills. A beautiful play coming in from them, as Big Giants will be, they are going to end up at 2nd position, Silently Loud finishing off at 3rd position with a total of 3 kills. Not the amount of kills that they would have liked, but yeah, it should be enough for them to advance to the next round. An amazing fight coming through, but it was all GZ Army from the starting, and then also their rotation was just perfect. 4-man standing till the end, and we have seen this whenever a team is actually spotting rocking 4-man till the end, and top of that, if they have the numbers in their favor, they will definitely go away with the victory as well. And that's what Gyan Army did in the last game. That's what GZ Army did in this one as well.
Definitely. And before we actually thrill you up with the post analysis, just quickly go down to the chat, type Snapdragon and your ID, and you might be one of those 12 lucky winners to get 1060 diamonds. Imagine what you could do with those diamonds in the game of Free Fire. Well, I think most of them are hyped about it, especially the audience and the young players right there.
Yeah, you just have to do that, and also subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, if you want more giveaways like this. But it was amazing seeing the GZ Army perform so well. A lot of expectations were coming in from them, and they have certainly lived up to the hype and the expectations as well. But talking about the way they played, the kind of rush that came in from the starting, I would really like to see the highlights once more to see how they actually moved into the circle in the last few phases, because it was looking very tough for them. They were on the edge of the circle. A lot of teams were waiting for them, but it was just that as the fight started to spark up, as there was a lot of cooking happening in the center of the circle, they made their way in sneakily, and that actually pulled themselves a victory. But Naveen, he started off the proceedings really well in this fight.
Definitely. It looks like Big Gens, they have most of the advantage. They use those shotguns very well to put to use, while Mad Bros have actually quite tried their level best, but they've got eliminated in the initial stages itself. While it's going to be Abai who got knocked out, but he quickly revived. He got those kills. The GZ Army, this man has that aim in his hand, and Rising Bots, they have tried his level best. I think there's one thing I would like to mention: 5 teams in a zone. I think that's where all the fight has begun, while Big Giants, they are playing out with that shotgun.
Yeah, Big Giants played really well. I guess the 3 teams, if you ask me, it's going to be GZ Army, Rising Boss, and I guess it's going to be some other team. GZ Army certainly going to the next few rounds. Then AGTX as well, they did really well. So let's see how the points table pans out. We only out of these 12 teams, only 4 can advance to the next round. So that's something that we have been looking forward to from the last 2 days as well. So we'll have to look forward to that. But if you talk about the Boss Army as well, if you talk about Rising Boss, actually, they were playing beautifully till the end. They didn't get the booyah, but yeah, they played beautifully, and I guess they are going to advance to the next round just because of that.
Definitely. In Silently Loud, this team has also tried to perform their level best. Unfortunately, in the last zone, which was the 5th zone coming out into the play in the Pochinok, it was hell of a fight. It was like a clash of titans. I have never seen this before in Free Fire. 6 teams in a small circle. That too when it was the last second zone coming into the play. Nobody was ready to take the fight. Everybody wanted that advantage of being in the circle.
Yeah, I was really hyped up about the circle as well because I have never seen these kinds of circle coming into play. But right now it's going to be Shanku who will go away with the MVP with 4 kills, 1539 damage. We have seen a lot of 2000 damages from the MVP, but right now it's going to be Shanku from the big giants. Let's see if he can, if his team can actually make the cut here, because I didn't see them in the top leaderboard in the when the results came out. But let's see how that pans out for him, because he has got the job done here. If you talk about that individual player, he has got 8 kills, 8 points actually for his team by just those 4 kills. So let's see how that works out. 5939 damage, but the MVPs, GZ Army, we did expect a lot from them, but it's the big giants taking 60% of those top 5.
Definitely, EG, Abhay and Gaudru. Gaudru, you know what kind of a player he is. He's got 4 kills, 907 damage, and it's going to be Abhay with 4 kills, 928 damage. A slight difference of the damage between Gaudru and Abhay, but I'm glad that they made the booyah and to the top 3 right there. While talking about big giants, they've gotten the MVP. They've gotten almost like 60% of the top 5 players, as you've mentioned earlier. It's going to be Hussein with 3 kills, 824 damage, and AK-47 with 3 kills and 1400 damage and 1 headshot. I think that was the second highest damage done by any player in this match right now.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be the big giants coming up at second position, with GZ Army maybe at the first spot. So we'll have to wait for the points table to come in. But yeah, it might just be GZ Army followed by the big giants, and then maybe followed by Rising Boss. So that is my top 3. But we are always kind of confused about who's going to be at the 4th position. This happened in the last game as well. You're like, these 3 they are confirmed, but the 4th player, it's always about that 1 point or about that 1 kill that can actually make the cut here. But let's see who the fourth actually is going to be, who's going to advance to the next round. But these 3 teams, they have played tremendously well.
I'm expecting Silently Loud to be on the top 4, as they've actually got the 3rd position. But unfortunately, they couldn't get that booyah. But yeah, let's see if Silently Loud can make it to the 4, because it's just not about the position you're ending up in. It's also about the kills and the points that you've got for your team. I think that makes a huge difference right there.
Yeah, and let's go to the point standings right now. And it's going to be GZ Army, the big giants, Silently Loud, Team Universe at the 4th spot. Rising Boss actually not making the cut just because of the kill points. You look at that. Team Universe, they have 4 kills. Rising Boss Esports, they have only 1 kill. So that's a difference of 3 kills. That's a difference of 6 points. And I guess that's the main reason that Team Universe is sitting at that spot and Rising Boss Esports sitting at 5th. So these are the top 4 who are going to advance to the next round. That's going to be the playoffs round 3. But the other team, unfortunately, we'll have to say goodbye to them from the 5th spot to 12th spot. Cloud9 Esports also going away very early into the game. That was unfortunate.
Definitely. I mean, I did expect a Silently Loud coming over there, because they have secured 3rd position, which have quite given them a lot of points in order to say, I think around 15 points. And there you have 3 kills. That's going to be 3 into 2. 6 points right there for them. So 15 points for getting the 3rd position and 6 points for those kills will make it you on top 3 scoreboard. And it's going to be GZ Army, the big giants and Silently Loud and Team Universe advancing into the next round from match number 3.
Yeah, Rising Boss, they played well when it comes to ranking points, but it was just that they didn't have enough kills to make the cut, as we are seeing our top 4 teams who are going to advance to the next round. Amazing work coming in specifically from GZ Army and the big giants as well. They had, if you talk about the kill leaders boards, we had three of the D big giants actually leading the charts and 2 of GZ Army. So that shows you the kind of dominance, the kind of influence they have had over this game. And these 2 teams, they completely dominated the complete game. If you talk about the kills from GZ Army, I guess it was 11, and the big giants, I guess it was 10 if I'm not wrong. 10. So 21 out of those, I guess it was 44 or 45 players we started with, and these 2 teams, they had 8 players among themselves. So 45 minus 8, that's 37. So out of those 37 players, 21 kills they were distributed among these 2 teams. So that tells you more than half of the kills going to these 2 teams. That shows you the kind of dominance they have had and the kind of control they have had over the map and the space as well. Amazing. But let's move on to the, I guess, the next team that are going to play. And I'm really hyped up about the next game as well, because in the past 2 games we have seen what holding the zone can do. What if you talk about the team, what aggression and the kind of defense, both the kind of mixture can do to your game. Because we saw Kyan Army starting out on a roll, but then a little patient in the middle, and then again aggressive at the end. That was amazing. Let's see if that happens again in the next game as well.
Definitely, I'm expecting a lot better performance coming in from the match number 4 players compared to the 3, because it's only increases, it does not decrease the amount of gameplay and the new strategies put by players. And I think most of the players are actually doing their homework. They're watching previous streams, and right now coming back to the match number 4 playoffs 2 and day number 3, it's going to be crazy. Noob 01, Headhunters, Soul, Have Fun. I think it's HF. Yeah, I'm definitely sure it's Have Fun. Vector 5, Team KO, UB Army,
Darkfighter, SYNES team, Hind, Paratroop, Clash Me, and BRF Army. So these teams are going to be participating in the match for off playoffs round 2. But if you talk about the points that if you talk about the threshold points that are actually making the cut, I guess it's around 15 to 20 points. So that tells you the picture that if you have around 5 to 6 kills, and on top of that, if you go into top 5, that actually guarantees you a spot in the next playoffs round. So if you have a good start, maybe go to a location where you might have an early fight. But on top of that, you also need to have the confidence that yes, you can take the other team out. So if you take that first team out early, because I still feel that taking fights in the later stages, it's a very risky move, because there will be a lot of teams coming in from the other side as well. So if you're confident enough that yes, you can take any team out in the first few fights, you know that yes, if we loot here, we'll get the guns, and if we rotate from here, yes, we can take them out. So this kind of strategy, I guess this is what GAN Army has actually done, and the other team as well, taking those threshold points, 8 points in the bag with those first 4 kills, and after that staying till top 5, and then when they know that yes, they have secured the top 4 position, then rushing in, and now they have nothing to lose. So they are fearless. They start to move in, and I guess this is something that they have actually worked on. So let's see if that can come in the later part of the games as well.
Definitely, yeah. That was a very beautiful strategy coming in from Ganami. I think a lot of young players get to learn a lot from the kind of game they have executed previously. They took those initial fights. They've got number of points for them. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to the Snapdragon Qualcomm Conquest, because we are giving away around 13,000 diamonds every single day. And don't forget to type your type Snapdragon and your UID in the chat, so that you might be one of those 12 lucky winners to carry away 1,060 diamonds to your home.
Yeah, and also not only about the giveaways, but the kind of action that is coming in, the kind of analysis that is coming in, the kind of, everything, the kind of production that is coming in. And it's a mix of everything that is actually making this come true. Thanks to Qualcomm as well for making this happen. But I'm really hyped about the next game. It's going to be Bermuda again for the 4th game of the day. The last 3 games, it has given us a lot of things. And, in the start of the tournament, I said this. We were talking about this, that, new teams come up with a lot of new strategies. And now it's time for the new strategies as we'll be moving on to the next game of the day. It's going to be Bermuda again, ladies and gentlemen. Match 4 on your screen.
Definitely, match 4 has begun, and looks like it's going to be the half part of both of the maps. I mean, both sides of the maps. The plane path looks quite normal for me, while it's slightly tilted to away from the Bhimasakti streams and towards the clock tower, while looks like most of the players are making their way towards the clock towers, while none of the teams have actually approached, while it's actually 3 players of team number 2 carrying away, while one of them is still away from them. Team number 7, 5 are making their way towards the Katulistuva, and Plantation, team number 12 have entirely conquered it, and looks like it's going to be team number 6 carrying away with Factory and Pochinak. You find a lot of loot around Factory and Pochinak, and it's luckily team number 4 who is going to go for that very treat of loot right there in the blue zone.
Yeah, they are going to get the blue zone. I guess in this match, teams are very well distributed across the map. If you leave out the western side of the map, other than that, I think all the teams are evenly distributed, and they are going to have some good loot. I feel that if the circle takes a central shift, it is again going to be a slow paced game, just because the kind of distribution has come in. I only think that there is only one team in Sentosa as well, so they'll be coming in from the southern side. And then if you talk about the eastern side of the circle, there is one team in the blue zone as well, so that's going to ease out the tension there. In the central region, we have actually, I guess, team 2 who have distributed themselves really well. Team 2 and team 3, let's see if they can actually go in an early fight. Katulistiva is being taken by Vectors here. Vectors, let's see how well they can use it. They will be completing this loot very quickly, just because you see there is a very organized loot coming in from them. The southern side is being looted by one of the players, and then the other 3 players completing the loot. They will be completing that in a few seconds, and then they might just go for a very quick rotation, as the circle will be coming in a little while, as team number 7 BRF also looting their compounds in Bullseye.
Definitely. Bullseye, that's going to be a treat for team number 7, while team number 4 is going to carry away with that treat of loot from Blue Zone. And looks like there's actually no initial fights, and we have finally 12 teams, 47 players alive. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching playoffs 2 right now, round number 2, day 3, and match number 4 going away right now at 6:30, I guess. And Graveyard, they've actually have the control of team number 6, while Observatory is going in the hands of team number 10. Team number 10, Observatory has a decent amount of loot, so we cannot actually go around and talk about the places which might have high loot, but Observatory is a very decent location right there.
Yeah, but since it's on the northwestern side of the map, and there are a lot of teams actually situated on the western side, I guess the rotation is going to harm them a little if they take it from the western side, because we have seen teams not going straight into the circle but rotating from the other edge. So it's either them taking the northern side or the western side. So if they go towards the western side, it is going to come up with a lot of cost. Let's see if that actually happens. But Graveyard is being taken by team number 5, and they are under the watchful eyes of team 7. So we'll have to look forward to that as well. Mars Electric on the southern side of the circle has been taken as well. So this is what I was talking about. There are teams on all the edges. There is a team in the center as well. So they'll converge into each other in a little while. But for that, we'll have to wait, as team 3 will be completing their loot in Sentosa.
Definitely, they're gonna finish their loot into the Sentosa, and I think the most probably they'll be heading towards the other side of the map, because it's all done and dusted at Sentosa, and we actually do not expect where the circle to drop it, and it's very rare that we see the circle goes into the favor at Sentosa, where the first circle has begun. 9 seconds remaining before the circle start to shrunk right there. Well, looks like there are no initial fights. That's some positive thing to watch about all the teams. Even in the previous game we watched, there were no initial fights except for team 11 taking down Mad Bros right there, and if it was not Mad Bros, it could have been, I think, around 10 teams making it inside the small circle inside Pochnock.
Yeah, and now one of the players from team 1, they only started with, I guess, 3 players, and since one of the players is already down, and Asim has been spotted as well, a lot of shots coming in from him. Team number 11 wasting no time in rushing in. I guess that's the end of one of the players, until and unless he comes in with a miraculous shots at do or die. He has a clear eye. Yes. He knew that he can take that player out. Yes, Asim has been taken out. That's going to be another player from team 1 biting the dust, as the first blood has been drawn out by UB Army. It was GZ Army in the first match. Will it be UB Army in the 4th map? 3rd match was taken by them. The 4th match, a very good start for UB Army, but you know, they need to make sure that they don't get carried away by this, as the zone has been carried away to the southern side, and team 6, they would have had a very comfortable match if team 3 was not choosing this zipline actually to move into the circle, because they had 3 options actually. One towards Kotatua, one taking the bridge towards Pochnock, but the bridge towards Pochnock, that's a very risky move, because sometimes we have seen a lot of gatekeeping happening there, a lot of bridge camping happening there as well. So that's not going to happen, and now they might just barge into the team in the Mars Electric region. But I'm kind of sure that since they are a very experienced team, they won't be putting all their money in the Mars Electric. Let's see how that works out for them.
Definitely. Looks like team number 7 is still stuck to the bullseye, while it's going to be team number 5 who might have a small close combat fight, but until and unless they want to go for it, I don't think either of the players would want to do it, because it's very less instances that either of the teams will be benefiting from the prolonged fight in the early stages of the game. While it's going to be team number 6, actually it's team number 6, 2 and 9 sharing the compound factory, while team number 6, I think, has a quite risky position for team number 2, as they are on the open ground. They might get sandwiched from both of the sides, while I think team number 6, one of the player that is going to be Soul, I think they have spotted team number 2, but they do not want to take that fight, as already one player that is going to be Hemraj already been taken down out of the map. So they're slowly going to rotate towards the Pochnock, which is actually quite the good idea. Team number 2 making their way towards into the factory, while the UAV comes down there. That is going to be a hell of a fight. Well, team number 9 is in a panic, team number 2 is in a panic. Both are almost near around the compounds. Well, I don't think there's going to be a fight. Well, team number 2, they're entirely concentrating on taking that cover for themselves instead of going for that fight, because both of the teams are in either sides of the compound, and there comes the danger zone, which will prevent them for taking that fight.
Yeah, I really expected a 3-way standoff here between team 2, 9 and 6, but fortunately for all these teams, team 6 took the other way towards the fallback, and then it was team 9 also rotating from the other side. So its factory is in control of team 2, and this is going to be a very important location, if strategically speaking, since the circle took a southern shift. I guess factory is going to turn into a battleground real soon, but it will be team number 2 actually having the advantage. Team Hind, if they can actually position themselves on the top and a few players on the downside as well, they will definitely have an edge over all the teams, as team number 7 is trying to go in as the zone is forcing them. But it's team number 12 having a clear eye. Killer will get spotted. The glue wall came in a little late, and he's going to pay the price for it, as team 7 will be losing their one guy, BRF, down to 3. They don't have any kill right now, and they are running for their lives right now. One of the players is being taken down by the play zone, but on the other hand, if you talk about SYN, they are not in the circle as well, and a couple of players from team 7, they're already situated inside the circle, so they can gatekeep for team 12. But team 12, they're not going to give them any chance, just because their rotation is coming in from the other side. They are not going straight forward into the circle. If they would have gone in, in a rectilinear manner, that would have allowed BRF to go the skill, but now that's not going to happen.
Yeah, what is Happy doing right there? I mean, the entire team is taking that rotation towards the plantation. I think he's the only player who was left behind. Well, it's going to be team number 4 who are right now at the outside of Pochinok, who actually made the way all the way from Sentosa towards the Pochinok, but right now they might be able to face off a fight with team number 3 until and unless they want to. Well, play zone has begun. The circle has started to shrunk. It's going to be first circle done and dusted, while Mass Electric and Pochinok is filled with 2 teams right there. Pochinok has team number 1. That's one player left from team number 1 who's actually trying to take either any information right there, while team number 3, they might be getting slowly approached by team number 4. And here we are, team number 4 making their way in the open grounds. Team number 3 inside the compound, and there you go, the danger zone has entirely popped out at the team number 4. I think they'll be definitely getting out of it.
Yeah, Mars Electric is being taken by team number 3, but team 4, the danger zone is on them. I mean, in the past 2 days, we haven't seen much damage by the danger zone, but it was the last match, I guess, where 2 of the players from team 9 were taken out, but it's going to be team 2, Hex Rithik Star, starting the proceedings, will get that knock, and a lot of shots are coming in from Airy as well, as team Hind will get that confirmation. Senorita is coming to the rescue, but will it be a rescue or other player going down? Rithik Star, he has the glue wall in place, he puts in another to survive, as the jump shot is coming in from Senorita, but it's not going to work, as it's down to a 3v3 fight. Rithik Star coming in from other angle, and it might just be team 3 getting in with the third party, and they can change the game completely. Infinites, he has his eyes set on the Senorita, but will that work out? This might just be a 1v1 standoff between Rithik Star, but a fallback is coming in from him as well.
Yeah, Senorita has that positioning right now. He can watch the left and the right side of the compound, so I think he's in a very advantageous position right now. It's going to be team number 2 stuck inside that compound, but what is enough? One grenade is enough to take them down, while one grenade launcher is enough. That's a 2-vector hand game coming into the play. While team number 4, they're still outside the bomb, and there comes the grenade, and there you go, Ari taking down Infinite. So will he confirm the kill? Yes, definitely he will. 42 players alive. That double vector coming into the play won't be much of a use, while it's going to be team number 2 coming out and firing shots inside the compound. The glue wall has actually taken that live.
Yeah, so quick glue walls coming in from both the sides. Yash, this guy is not stopping. He's on a roll right now with the shots on the players of team 4. He's actually making the dream come true for these boys. But Mafia needs to rush in. This is what I was talking about. A third party is coming in from team 3 actually. And I knew this. You know, these 2 teams were fighting. The shots were going on. The sound was going in. And team Clash Me, they knew that they can take the best out of it. They have a very good chance of eliminating the complete team. But what are they doing? I guess they are looking for a fallback towards Mars Electric. They had a very good chance of taking all these numbers, but that's not happening here. Yes. Team Hex, and look at this, Rithik and Abelov, they are sharing the same building, but no shots are coming in from either of them. One good grenade, and these players will be out. But these players, they have blocked their own site, and they have blocked their own exit. So for the time being, they'll stop. But Big Daddy with that vehicle, let's see what he can do, because we have not seen many vehicles being used, just because of the fact that they burst very quickly. So I guess that's one of the main reasons that teams are not using it. But for a quick rotation, I'll always prefer that. Happy has been spotted as well, but will Technical take him down? That remains the question for a little later.
Definitely, I think team number 7 have actually luckily gotten away from team number 10. While talking about team number 5, they're slowly making their way towards to the north side compound of Clock Tower, while it's going to be Rickster again taking one player down again. Can he confirm the kill? I'm quite not sure about the team number 10. They're going inside towards the compound against in the Clock Tower, but they might be actually having a fight against team number 5. But I really love the way how team number 7 have entirely rotated and dodged the fight with team number 10.
I really thought Clash Me had a very good chance of eliminating both the teams, but unfortunately they were not able to do so. But you know, the clouds are still not clear for Team Hex. Look at them, they are in a sandwich situation, they have nowhere to go. As the zone shifts towards the other side, Team Clash, they'll definitely be moving in from the other side. They won't take the complete straight pathway, that's for sure. But still, Team number 8 will be gatekeeping for Team 2. So Team Hind, they're still in a lot of trouble. They have got 3 kills for them, but if they would have cleared out a team, that would have been much better. We still have 11 teams and 38 players alive. As Team number 11, they are trying to move into the circle. Crazy Jerry also playing a vital role in Ace team success. They have 0 kills right now, but since they have 4 men standing, you know, that can work out for them. But a complete, I mean, they are delaying the rotation for too long here, because if you look at Team 10, they have a complete hold over the clock tower region and they have already started to move in. This is a sign of a very good team. Early rotation coming in, they're not waiting for the zone to push them, so that's amazing coming in from them. But Team number 12, they are being damaged by the circle. Fortunately for them, there is no gatekeeping happening, but I guess it will be Team number 4-1 taking a few shots on them, and the danger zone has happened on the circle. There is no safe zone right now.
Definitely. I mean, the entire circle and the entire phase shift has been very weird. I think both of the teams from team number 7 and 8, 2, 3, they were luckily got rotated into the circle, but they did not see that coming. That danger zone, taking away those players and putting them in a panic. It's going to be team number 12, SYN, making his level best to make his life into the circle, while 4 teams in the danger zone, inside the circle. It's an advantage or it's a disadvantage. They are completely in the trauma. They are in the dilemma whether they should take a movement of the fight or they should not. Well, I don't think there's going to be any fight, because there are still 11 teams left, 38 players alive, while it's the third zone, while the danger zone has been taken away. Team number 2, they have a beautiful positioning towards watchtower, while team number 8, they are inside a compound. So until and unless team number 3 comes out of the mass electric, I don't think there's going to be any kind of fight coming through. But team number 9, they're rotating towards the between of team number 8 and 10. This might be a shot for team number 2, but can they take it? Because they're using a vehicle, and vehicles are very used to burst in a game like Free Fire.
You know, if they wouldn't have used those vehicles, it would have actually hampered their way into the circle, as there were a lot of teams gatekeeping for them. So they have taken a risk here, and I believe that risk is actually going to pay off. They'll have a lot of cover to play around with as well. And Ankesh, I guess, has been spotted. Sia will get 1 on 2 Sparrow. That's the car coming into play. Ankesh has been spotted. The vehicle explosion might just do a little bit of damage to them, but the chrono is coming into play at the same time. Yes, the vehicle explodes, not doing enough damage for any kind of kill, but CR will get that confirmation onto one of the players. That's going to be Sparrow off the boards. Team 6 on the edge. Team 3 and Team 12, they are sharing the same space right now. But Team 9, the kind of rotation that came in, the kind of risk they took, it's all paying off here, as Team 1 and Team 3 and Team 12, they're coming in from the same edge. Team Soul, HF, also putting those glue walls to good use. Sai trying to survive for the time being, but Ani has been taken down.
Yes, definitely. Crazy Asmith have taken down Victor. That's going to be a fight inside the shelter right there. Well, team number 1, last place standing, that's going to be Sai, who will get pushed instantly and gets taken down. Team number 3 has wiped out team number 12. Now it's going to be hell of a fight, because the zone is pushing the players in towards the circle, while it's going to be a lot of teams rotating in the same way. I mean, in the same moment, if they look at each other and there's trying to take... trying to save their life, they can actually look at each other. All the teams running for the life.
And Team 8 still in the circle, as Team 11 will come in from the factory side. Double kill comes in. Team 10, Team 8, Team 11 on the same side of circle, but it's Team 2 who are enjoying a good space inside the zone. They have a good amount of numbers as well, so that actually is going to help them move into the zone and get a strong position. But he just got a kill with that shotgun. He confirmed it as well, so he has got 2 points for his team. But is it enough to keep the dream alive, as there are still 10 teams left? Clash Me, they are going in a clash. I guess, yes, it's going to be Team 6 who are they clashing with. That's going to be Joel trying to rush in, but a lot of shots coming in from the other side will block his way. Rithik Star gets 1 on to Maddie. Maddie taken out, Clash down to 2, but Team In, they already have 5 kills. They are still in that compound. 2 of the players are already inside the circle. That's a perfect recipe for a booyah for me.
Definitely, the booyah will come into the play slowly, because team number 8, 10 and 11 are starting at the close compounds on the southern side of the factory, while Chan is going to take down Technical, and Nikraj is going to quickly trade for him, taking down Chan. It's going to be hell of a fight. Bloodbath coming into the play. Team number 8, 10 and there's one player. Team number 11, UB Need, is going to approach from the behind, takes down one player. That's going to be 2 players down from team number 8. Team number 8 has 2 players left down. Team number 10 has 2 players left down. Actually, it's 3 from team number 8. Pardon me. Team number 11, the last player standing, UB Need, is waiting to make that push, but he does not have the man advantage. He does have the guts to push in. He made all the way from the outside the circle of the inside. Well, if you notice, there's no team actually standing inside the circle because it's a no compound zone. If you want to make it till there, you need to use glue walls and take that fight. So you should be ready to take those close combat fights.
Yes, it happens a lot of teams, but it's Team 11, the last player. He's keeping the dream alive for his team. Team 8, Team 10, I guess Team 8, Team 10, Team 11, they are almost on the same edge of the circle, and that edge is outside of the zone. So that's going to hamper their way as Team 8. They are looking for that last player. They don't have any sight as of now, so that's going to work out. But Team 10, the backup is finally arriving. They want to finish it early. They want to finish this fight because that's why the zone is pushing in. And if they take their team early, that will allow them to move into the circle. Technical gets one onto I Need You. FT8 Psych has been knocked out and confirmed at the same time. That's going to be Chan FF getting that kill as we are down to 4 teams and 12 players alive. Team 8, they have cleared out everything here. 4 teams, 12 players on an average. Every team is having 3 players, but will that work out? As Ritik Star get that kill on to confirmation. Hex down to 3. Oh my god, these three teams and 8 players, they are making the show here. But Team 8, they are still waiting. They cannot just rush in. BRF waiting for the opportunity as well. A lot of shots being taken from both the sides. But where is the third team? Team 8 and Team 7. They're in a very close proximity to each other. But Team 2, they are waiting for the chance. They are still waiting for the chance.
Definitely, that grenade definitely took down lead, and not only one, it's also taking down Happy. He's down to really low HP, and there you go. That kills comes in for the Chan, which only leaves 2 teams fighting for the battle. Team number 2 versus team number 8. Team number 8, they have made a tremendous progress through the initial of the game to the back. But these glue walls, they're going to make it to the play. Team number 2, who have the advantage of being inside the zone. Team number 8 getting slashed and wrecked by team number 2 while they are slowly taking their peaks. And there you go. The rotation has been cut off, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be team Hindi actually carrying away with that booyah right there. And I definitely give away, if I had the chance to give away that MVP, it would definitely be Hex Rickstar coming in from Team Hind.
You know, I predicted this. When Team Hen, they were in that compound, and the kind of rotation that was coming in from them, I really expected them to do this well and go away with that booyah as well. That was amazing. You know, as soon as I saw that it was the third circle and the kind of plan they had in the circle and one of the players playing from outside trying to put on that cover, I was kind of sure that they are going to do well. But this well, I didn't expect that. Very good work coming in from Team Hind. They went away with that booyah. They went away with ample amount of kills as well. Yeah, they are going to go away with a position in the playoffs 3. But you know, you can do well as well. You just have to go in the chat. You have to type Snapdragon and your UID at the same time. You have to send it in the chat, and you will be one of the participants that can go away with 1060 diamonds. But on top of that, do not forget to subscribe, because that is going to elevate your chances of winning that giveaway as well.
Definitely, it's not only teams are going to go away with this booyah, even it can be you carrying away that 1060 diamonds at your hands. Imagine how much you could buy with that. When also, if you want more updates regarding this game, and if you want notifications of everyday live matches, we are still in the playoff stage. We'll be heading to the playoffs 3 and leagues very shortly. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel for everyday live, so that you don't have to check again and again. Well, talking about the last game, I think BRF Army, as we said in the previous game, GZ Army did a well job. BRF Army, they tried their level best to get that match, but yeah, they ended up in the 3rd position, which is a quite positive one. But did they make it to the kills? The number of kills will matter if they want to stand in top 4 right there. Well, quickly let's jump into the highlights right there, because highlights have got a lot of things to talk about, because even in this match we had a close combat fights coming in. It's going to be UB Army who actually got that first blood and having actually favoring to a high ground.
Yeah, and then you see that the action started from the first circle itself. Shubham was spotted very early, and that was actually the start of the demise for Team Soul as well. But then we moved on to the second phase, where the all action actually started to come in. Team 3, they had a very good chance to eliminate all these teams, and maybe if you talk about team, I guess it was Hex, who were spotted by them, but they were not able to eliminate them. And if you talk about that team, they made the best out of it. They made sure that they are going to go away with that booyah as well. So these kinds of opportunities, they come in. Team Hind, they survived this. When the chance was given to Team Clash, they didn't make the best out of it. But when the chance went to Team Hind, they made sure that they're not going to give any positioning to give any points to them. At the end, it was all down to Team 8 and Team Hind. But Team Hind, they made sure they're going to put those numbers and glue walls to good use. They waited for the right opportunity. As soon as they knew that this team it can be caught off guard at this point of time, they made sure that they're going to go away with those kills, and the number of points they have got. They are certainly sitting on the top of the leaderboard. Even if the leaderboard hasn't arrived, I'm kind of sure they are going to be sitting on the top. And after that, second, third, fourth, TNB, I guess, maybe at the second. But let's see how that happens.
Yes.
But right now, it's time for the MVP to pop up. I guess it's going to be one of the players from Hind, because that has happened from
I'm
in past
definitely
as well.
sure. And there you go. It's going to be Hex Yash 09 from Team Hind carrying away with that MVP. 6 kills, 2,534 damage, headshots won. Compared to the yesterday's matches and today's matches, he's going to be leading away with that damage of 2,534. I think it's one of those top damage made by all the MVPs today. Maybe we still have 2 matches left. Let's see if somebody can make it about 2,600. Well, the second MVP is going to carry away with Chan FF from Team Vectors. He also has the same number of kills, 6. He has 3 headshots, which quite explains the accuracy of his aim right there, while he has taken 1,406 damage. What do you have to tell about Mafia right there? He has got 2,039 damage, but unfortunately he couldn't confirm those kills.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for him. But if he can actually get the job done for his team, that doesn't matter. As Team Hind, they've got a lot of kills. They've got that booyah as well. But Vectors, that guy Chan FF, he was one of the main players for me who took the spotlight away from a lot of teams. But he has 6 kills to his name, 1,406 damage coming in from him as well, 3 headshots. But it's UB, I need you. You know, that's the guy who was actually fighting till the end for his team. Unfortunately, he was not able to move into top 5. If you talk about the rankings, but you know, he survived till the end. He got the job done for his team. But let's see when the points table is going to come in, when that is going to pop up on our screens, then we'll have a clear picture of who's actually going to move in. Because we have predicted a lot of things, but sometimes the predictions don't come true. Sometimes it does happen. And in the last game as well, we thought that maybe Rising Boss is going to move in, but that didn't happen. But we are kind of sure about the top 2.
Yeah.
And we'll be watching who the other 2 are going to be, who will be making it to the playoffs 3.
I'm quite sure it's going to be Team Hind carrying away with the first position, because they already have 3 players in the top 5 players with 4 kills from each of the players. So I think that quite makes sense.
Yeah, I think they had 6 kills and one of the other player had 4 kills as well. They had 2 of the players that actually sums up to 10 kills coming in from only 2 players. So they are definitely doing the heavy lifting, and I guess it's more about the cover they are getting, just because we talked about this. 2 of the players, they sent in the assaulters in so that they can deal with the close range, and then there was a player coming in from the backside who was providing all that cover. So when you have someone like him actually providing that cover, the assaulters, they can play with a lot of freedom, because they know that even if they go in without any cover, the other player from the backside, he'll be covering them. So they don't have anything in mind. They just have the ability to go in, and they're like, we can just go in and clear it out. And even if we are not able to do so, we'll expose the other team, and then the third player will get the job done. So this is the kind of strategy that Team Hind comes up with, and that was amazing. And I guess that was one of the main reasons that they went away with that booyah and that amount of kills. And even if those 2 players have got 10 kills, the credits should go to the other 2 players as well from Team Hind, who have actually allowed the other players to play with this kind of independence and freedom.
Definitely. Right now we're quickly going to jump into the points standings, and there you have, ladies and gentlemen, Team Hind carrying away with the first position, Vectors with the second, and there we have Paratroop, which I haven't actually quite noticed them, but yeah, they have 2 kills. They have 17 points. There in the third position, it's going to be Dark Fighter with the 4th place, 2 kills, 16 points, and it's quite surprisingly towards that UB Army, BRF Army. I quite did not expect them to not pop up into the top 4.
UB Army, they only had 1 player standing, and if he would have survived for a little longer, that would have been much better. But unfortunately for him, he was not able to go away with those ranking points. He was eliminated first, and even if they have more kills, it's more about the rankings that you have got. Dark Fighter, they were just above UB Army in the rankings, and that's why they are sitting at 4th spot right now. So that guy, I guess it was I am with you, something like that. He has got enough points, but not enough to make the cut, as these will be our top 4 teams moving into the next phase, moving into the next round. Team Hind, Vectors, Paratroop and Dark Fighter, all these 4 teams, they'll have a lot more chances, but the other teams, they're going to fall down, unfortunately for them. But amazing work from all these 4 teams who have made the cut here.
Definitely. I don't think either of the teams who actually could not make it to the top 4 don't get disheartened, and it's just a beautiful experience for you. More tournaments are coming up for Free Fire. I think they're going to make some really big things in the 2021. Last year has been tough for a lot of people, but yeah, don't worry gamers, there's always something happening from Free Fire for all the gamers right there. So yeah, talking about the match number 4 right there, Team Hind coming out of the first position, I was quite moved to see Team Paratroop to actually come into the third position after Vectors.
Yeah, that was amazing. Vectors also played a really good job, but right now we'll be taking a short little break, and we'll be meeting you after that break for the 5th and 6th game of the day. So tune in after a little while for the next few games.
Don't go anywhere. Buckle up your seats.
Enjoy premium mobile experiences wherever you go. You deserve a premium device powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G mobile platform. Experience cutting-edge 5G speeds in more places, allowing for fiber-like internet speeds, low latency, and fun new experiences. Can you believe the driver is a mile away? With 5G, imagine remote driving from a different country or continent. Snapdragon 888 features Qualcomm Fast Connect 6900 connectivity system, taking Wi-Fi to the next level with multi-gigabit Wi-Fi 6 speeds. Whether you're at home or in a coffee shop, you deserve fast and reliable Wi-Fi when you need it. Experience wireless audio on par with wired. Enjoy sync-sensitive entertainment like video games or shows.
Open YouTube.
With low latency and premium audio quality.
Take me to Qualcomm's podcast.
You deserve a voice assistant that actually listens. Experience better voice recognition for a multitude of tasks, even when your environment becomes noisy.
Stop. Call Earl.
Turn on noise cancellation for the benefit of you and everyone on the call.
Hello? So loud.
Hold on, let me turn on the noise cancellation. Can you hear me better now?
Much better. Much better.
Great.
When it comes to your device, you deserve a total connectivity powerhouse. You deserve premium mobile experiences. You deserve Qualcomm Snapdragon.
Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is supporting virtual ways of learning, even in remote areas. And wherever 5G is helping to make driving safer by connecting cars to the road, traffic lights, and everything else. You'll see our 5G leadership on the smart factory floor, where wireless connectivity is making everything more efficient. You'll see it transforming industries like agriculture, and where 5G is helping an entire festival to live stream the show at the same time. See our 5G leadership powering always connected mobile PCs, and wherever multiplayer gaming is connecting more friends in real time. At Qualcomm, we remain focused on transforming industries, creating jobs, and supporting the economy. The invention age is here. Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is powering always connected mobile PCs at a time we need it most. The invention age is here. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. That means you'll see our 5G leadership transforming industries like agriculture. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is supporting virtual ways of learning, even in remote areas. The invention age is here. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. You'll see our 5G leadership on the smart factory floor, where wireless connectivity is making everything more efficient. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. That means you'll see our 5G leadership wherever multiplayer gaming is connecting more friends in real time. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. You'll see our leadership wherever 5G is helping to make driving safer by connecting cars to the road, traffic lights, and everything else. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is supporting virtual ways of learning, even in remote areas. You'll see our 5G leadership powering always connected mobile PCs, and wherever multiplayer gaming is connecting more friends in real time. At Qualcomm, we remain focused on transforming industries, creating jobs, and supporting the economy. the invention.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest Free Fire Open presented to you by Qualcomm. And right now, joining with me on the desk, and look who's the legend is back. It's going to be Arka.
Yes, thank you so much for referring me as the legend. But I'll tell you something, Elika, very good way to take us through. I really enjoyed the way Dinkar and Elika was taking us through. But I'll tell you this much. If you guys want to say something, if you want to tell us whether I'm doing good, if you want to tell Elika whether she's doing good, all you have to do is go to our socials, which is popping up right now. You can come on our socials, tell us what you're feeling. If you have something to share with us, please do help us out. Telling that, Elika, 2 amazing games. GZ Army, Team Hind. What do you have to say about that?
GZ Army, we've already seen that coming, because GZ Army, it's not only the players, it's actually an entire emotion coming. They have a lot of fan base.
Exactly.
So that fan base is, sometimes it's just the cheer you want. It's not the game you want to play, it's the cheer you want from all those people who are expecting you to rock the game. And definitely GZ Army, once again, they proved themselves. 11 kills, knocking out 5 squads. They've knocked out 5 squads. Till the end, they were fighting, they were surviving for that battle, and they made it to the top. And there you go, they have advanced for the next round. There comes the booyah for GZ Army.
Yeah, and you can also have a booyah kind of an experience. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and then type Elite Gaming, give a space, put your UID, and there you can earn 1060 diamonds. Free diamonds everywhere. I had a small break just now. I just went and applied for the diamonds, and I've come back.
I hope you got some diamonds right there. While it's going to be playoffs round number 2, day number 3, match number 5. Dark Boys, Invisibles, TE Amo, Venomous Team, Titans, Noob Gang, Raystar, Friends Club, AG Esports Team, Hero, Rowdy Army, Unblock. I've seen a lot of teams carrying away their names with Army. So Rowdy Army, GZ Army, UB Army. I think Army gives a quite different feeling for all those players when they're actually in the match playing.
Yeah, I think because when it comes, see, the main reason why people want to keep an army is it's just not a 4-man squad.
Yes.
They do have a lot of other players, but they've selected most of them to come into this, and I guess the four best are being used. On the other end, I would like to make some analysis over here regarding the GZ Army.
I'm most welcomed to have you that, because till now, casting the game, watching them going to that intense play, I haven't actually got so much words in my mind. But yeah, we will do that analysis a little bit later. But right now, we're going to quickly jump into the match number 5 of the day, which will be popping up on your screens. And there we are. The playing path looks quite different for me at the moment, because it's going to be a very unplanned path. It's going to be diagonal, cutting the map into 2.
Yes, exactly. And I just love when the path, goes like this, and the blue zone is really far away, which will allow most of the team to take the biggest, distance jump.
Yes.
They want to go into the blue zone. This time it's the Cape Town. There's a lot of compound over there. The wisest team to reach over there will get a lot of loot. That is for sure. But let's look at how other teams are going to distribute themselves. Look at the cluster on the peak, and what do you have to say about that?
Definitely. I mean, it's actually a good idea to go off right there. But yeah, talking about the teams who are actually boarding towards the Cape Town, it's going to be 2 teams who might have a close combat fight right there. While the Peak has 2 players this time, 2 teams this time. Usually we've seen Peak and Bhima Sakti being ignored after the initial playoff rounds. While I don't think players are ready to take those initial fights. But team number 8, they're ready. They do not have the loot. The quest for loot is going on right now. So there's one thing I would like to mention. While I was observing all the strategies, I've mostly seen that if you're an aggressive team and if you're going in for that kill, especially talking about GZ Army, Gyana Army, they have started off at a very good call. They have initiated those fights. They got those initial combat, close combat fights. Then later they shut down. They were silent. And at the last zone, they popped out their guns and they got those booyahs into hands. So it's kind of a very passive-aggressive strategy the top teams plan. They first take the initial control and they quite get silent. It's like they're hiding somewhere and they pop out of nowhere into the map.
Exactly. On the other end, we saw one team, that is Team Mahakal. It was probably, I'm not getting the name exactly. I think it was okay. Never mind.
Yeah, before
Whichever
we
the team.
oh, it's going to be team number 7 who are in blue zone. It's going to be a treat for them in the blue zone. I mean, whenever I used to play Free Fire, it's not even a single chance I actually got to drop off at the blue zone because I'm always scared if there are going to be many teams. But it's just quite the opposite. When there's a blue zone, there are actually less teams are going to risk for that. Well, right now there's one player only from team number 4, and there you go. He has got spotted out. He has gotten knocked out, and there you go. I think that's going to be the first blood coming out for team number 7. There we are, Dragon taking out Papa right there, and that was a very quite immature decision for team number 4. That one player, Papa, to play a split game compared to his team. In the greed of the weapons, he walked into blue zone, but unfortunately he got knocked out right there.
Exactly. And on the other end, I was speaking about the Gyan army, because
Yeah.
Gyan army was one team which went aggressive from the beginning till the end. I'm so sorry I had to fumble in between. Let's get back right into the game where we can see Tiamo, the team which is right now having the best spot at peak. They're going to be farming really well. They have a lot of time to think about what they have to strategize, because in the beginning itself, if you're strategizing something aggressive and there's a team close by, it can give you 4 plus skills. But if you're strategizing differently and defend differently, and defensively, I think it'll give you another chance to go into the last part of the zone. Team Titans, I want this confrontation to happen between team 3 and team 8, because it's going to show who is going to be the top leaders of the peak.
Well, I think Team 9 has beautifully taken the control of Pochinok, and they've got their loot into hand. So while it's going to be Mass Electric, which looks quite empty at the moment, I love the way positioning of Team 9. One player is in the one compound, and actually the other player is actually on the other side of the road. He's quietly waiting for any team to make any movement towards the Pochinok, which quite not be unfortunate because none of the teams are ready to take those fights. While the first zone is coming down and the circle has started to shrink right there. While team number 4 is having a close fight against team number 8. Team number 8 is going to have the advantage of the high ground, while team number 4 will get spotted out immediately. One player down. Hero Hunter has confirmed the kill onto the Sunte. There you go. The second blur has been taken, while it's going to be only 2 players left for team number 4. One player was in the grade of guns. The other one taking that disadvantage of the high ground right there. It's going to be Boogly and Raja right there. Both of them are in single compound. One grenade is enough, Farka. What are your thoughts? The position of team number 4. They have already lost 2 players.
Indeed, a grenade can take them out. But team 8 is falling back. It's going to be like a blessing for them for sure. The zone has happened at the peak. It's going to be a typical Free Fire game which is happening over here. The danger zone is being spot as well. Most of the teams are outside the zone. That is very much visible. Rimnam Village, Sentosa. There was one team 5 which was trying to rotate through Mass Electric but couldn't do it. Team 7 which is at Cape Town as well.
It's still in Cape Town.
Yeah, they're still in Cape Town looting inside the blue zone. But Mill is one team who's slowly coming in. I think that team has an higher advantage of surviving till the end. This is Team 10 versus Team 1, which could happen over here. It's the second Gyan army. I've heard that Ristar is the second Gyan army.
Maybe like an academy team or something. I'm quite not sure.
Probably. But they all are from the Gyan army, that is for sure. Noob Gang on the other end at Clock Tower. They have to see this incoming player of Team 8, the scout of Team 8 who's approaching towards them. Eventually he'll be spotted somehow. But if he gets taken down early on, then it could be an issue. But in case Team 8 gets spotted out, then Team 10 exactly no. And a UAV is above them. That is the chances of them spotted being absolutely possible.
Definitely, and I really love the way how team number 10 has positioned themselves. We have actually seen this positioning before Noob Kills. If you remember the team from yesterday, and there you go. I think the close combat fight has begun between team number 10 and 8 because team number 11 is just approaching by the road, and team number 10 have higher advantages because it's very less teams that they actually, imagine that players being standing at the watchtower right now. While team number 11, 4 players, they're slightly making their way towards. It's going to be team number 12, 1 player who actually gets spotted out. Team number 11 has given the position away. They're firing shots through the trees which will not connect, unfortunately. Well, there's 2 players that team number 8 Vision OP has actually pushed out to take down 2 players of team number 12. While without any backup, you cannot make it till the end, mate.
Exactly, Team 8 coming up with the Car 98 being used by Sid. If he's able to connect 1 or 2 shots, get
Yeah.
that early knocks, I think Anurag and Vision can easily rush in against team number 12, who are holding one single compound. I've not seen much of grenades or grenade launchers being used
Yeah.
over here. Only 2 players of team 12 over here. That could be a bit of a disadvantage. As I was speaking of grenade, Vision right now taking those grenades. A grenade
Yes.
pops up.
And
There
there
does
we
a
are,
damage.
one player
Verma
down.
gets taken down, and then they rush in, and there's one player trying to jump off. It's Chichora who's trying to right now escape. He's going through looks and corners of the building. I don't know how well he's
my
going to survive
God.
that. He's using his shotgun as well for defense, but doesn't, it's not going to affect
Yes.
him much. Shubham on the other end comes in
my
for a backup. He's
God.
searching for his teammate. He knows his teammate is nowhere close by. I think
Yes.
team 8 can dominate on the last player of team 12 as well, but let's wait and watch what's going to happen next.
Yes, this guy Chichora, he actually played out Chichora. I mean, his teammate was down. Verma, he quickly jumps out. He makes the enemy team put into an illusion. He puts the shield out right there, and he actually escapes. He survived in the other compound, but still there's a quite risk. 2 players are standing for team 12, which is quite okay, to be honest, unless there's another grade coming in. But that push from team number 8, that was so succeeding for them unless this Chichora guy came up. I mean, I would never forget a guy like Chichora who actually outplayed the enemy team and have actually dodged the fight, while it's going to be 4 teams coming into one direction. Team number 12, 11. Team number 12 have gotten spotted, and there you go. The kills are coming all the way. Race's team, a rising shot towards the dead shot, and does not he have any idea that it's going to be team number 1 who are actually on the other side, and team number 12, they're in a tough position. They might get sandwiched between team number 8 and 1, and it's very difficult for them to take a long rotation.
Probably it will be a little bit tough for them to take the long rotation, but Bhima Shakti Strip has that grip lines, grapple lines which they can take up, and they can fly off from one place to another. Let's look at how the unblocked team is doing over here. They did unblock their guns to let those lead flow against team 8, but couldn't get any kind of knocks as they were rushing into the zone. Team 10 is not far away from team 11. They're holding those 2 posts, this the sniper tower or the watchtower, which is being told as between Clock Tower and Bhima Shakti Strip. They're holding it as well, but we have seen most of the teams holding that will always have a win as well. So we'll be looking at more of that. As we can see on the western side of the map, there's a lot of team, a huge cluster of team 6, 2, 11 and 8 and 10, hoping to see more fights to take off anytime soon, because the circle has fallen on Clock Tower.
Yes, definitely. There is actually one player, that is one player from team number 6, who is actually quite very far away from their team. And there you go, the danger zone comes in. Gan Hunter has a treatment gun in his hand, and if he can fire that shot to any enemy, that's going to be a tag. And if he shots it to his teammate, it's going to be quite a heal for his teammate. While coming back to the game, team number 1, who is in a very beautiful positioning on the high ground right now, they have the advantage against Bhima Shakti Strip. But team number 7, they're rotating slowly. Addy is going to be the last person swept back right there, while team number 11, they're still in that compound, and team number 8 firing shots towards the team number 10. Team number 10, they have revealed their positions right there inside the watchtower. When you actually take risky positions like a 4-man squad inside a watchtower, 1 grenade can be enough for them to blown away. A death blow can be made right there.
But the use of Chrono Shield will always come into play, and if there's a proper glue wall put up against the grenade, I don't think it's going to connect much. But looking at how the game is going to progress, there's not much action right now, but we both know very well, Alika, that once the circle gets smaller, the action is going to be better, and we're going to have a little bit of trouble as we are going to be casting furthermore. Look at the circle, the way it shifted away from Clock Tower as well. Probably a team at Clock Tower will dominate for a longer period of time. It's Ninja, it's team TH, team number 2 is going to have it, but a UAV is spotted above the unexpected teams, so this is going to be revealing a lot of locations.
Over the course of time, the fights will actually start to begin, while team number 9 and 5, they've actually got spotted out at the UAV. This UAV, it's quite, first we think that the zone can be the third party, then comes the UAV, the most annoying thing, which actually works like a recon right there. But yeah, sometimes it's just maybe an advantage, sometimes it actually puts that pressure inside the player that you've been spotted and there's another team that is quite, nearby you. So that performance anxiety has been put onto the players. But yeah, gaming professionals are meant to take that pressure right there. While team number 2 slowly making against onto the courses of team number 6. While it's going to be a close combat fight, Marix, Benish and Tanam, I think they've already spotted out themselves a Clock Tower. it's in a quite good position, and there you go. That shotgun push will go into the hands. Rowdy taking down Adnan and confirming that kill. That is one player down from team number 2. Well, team number 6, they still have the advantage right now. Rowdy Army, the name itself explains what kind of a player they are, but that grenade will miss out team number 2. Thanos will get pushed, and there you go. Adnan has been once again taken down by Rowdy. Can he confirm the kill this time? Yes, he can maybe, and there's still 4 players alive for team number 6. They are trying to push on to the team number 2. Well, team number 2, they're actually seeking out for the cover.
Team number 6 kind of falling back over there as soon as they saw that team number 2 were approaching in a very aggressive manner, and they're trying to regroup as well. There was one point when team number 6 started to jump and eventually got spot out. Over here it's team 9 versus team 5. Team 9 having the best spot in the house. They're making sure they're taking down one player, finishing him off as well. That Muzalim is out of the game, and there'll be one last player of team number 5. And this glue wall, in case the glue walls are going to protect you for a long time, it's just going to protect you for around 5 to 6 seconds until and unless it's taken down.
Shot.
So let's see how long they're going to hold off under that.
Definitely.
As the zone is going to happen above a little bit on the ridge. There's a lot of trees for cover as well. This fight is going to get a little more interesting as the game has started. Thanos gets taken out by Rowdy with the dual vector, doing the best of damage he can. He gets it clears him off as well. So Rowdy will want to push forward on the first floor because he's been the assaulter over here. Very good cover taken over there by the Shield of Chrono as a grenade just got blasted against them.
Definitely, I think the grenade will come into a lot of uses, and there you go. Team number 6 has the quite an advantage position against team number 2, and there you go. One player has been taken down. That's going to be last player standing in for team number 2, who is actually trying to dodge away the fight against team number 6. While team number 10, they're still in the watchtower. They're waiting for somebody to push towards the clock tower. But team number 2, this last player standing, he's actually going against the circle. So even if he takes that cover and maintains himself as the lone survivor, it's not going to be a lot of time till the last zone comes into the play, because already the 4th zone has begun to shrink right there. Team number 6 slowly making their way to inside the circles. Well, team number 1 has gotten spotted out. That is going to be Gyan Army against BB right there. BB, they're looking quite dangerous right now. They're actually running and gunning at the same time while one of the players has been knocked out. That is Gyan. We should take it out by a sniper right there, but he will get quickly rest. So don't worry, Gyan is still in the game.
Yes, Team 4 is waiting for Team 3 to welcome. They're going to welcome this kill. Oh my god, what was Guru doing over there? He just stepped into the room and then stepped out. And he was not at all spotted by Team 4. Sense of presence is really important over here. If you're not present at the moment, this is what's going to happen to you. Guru literally jumped in and jumped out. That was a very quick movement by Guru. There was no other, ability being used by the character. But still Team number 4 being the dumbest at that point of situation and was taken out early on. It's Team number 6 versus Team number 5. We saw Team number 6, Rowdy Army, the way they were dominating right now. They're getting taken down by Anonymous. Anonymous trying to do a little bit of a damage. Eagle Asin on the other hand has taken on one player of Hero, that is Hero Hunter.
Yes, definitely. There are still 2 players left from team number 5 who are actually trying to get their life into the circle right there. Well, it's quite difficult because team number 6, they're camping on top of that compound. Any mere measure of that a person walking around them, they actually will get the sound and they might take that kill. Well, it's going to be 6 teams inside the circle. Team number 8, team number 3, team number 10, team number 10. Inside the circle, yes, team number 10, they're inside the watchtower, yet team number 6 is making a long rotation away from the clock tower towards the team number 11, while it's going to be one player, team number 5 left, Bacha Yadav right there. Team number 7, they're closely making their way inside the circle. Team number 3, they might have a squad, and there you go, Vision OP has taken down Shubham. Guru immediately trading it for Dark Alpha. That's going to be a clash of titans. Team number 7 on the low ground, they might have the disadvantage, while team number 3, they have the cover, they have the glue walls, and there you go, Friends Club has been eliminated. Saurav carrying away with the last kill, but that's just not over yet because there's still 7 teams left in the play. And there you go, that's a beautiful shot coming in from Guru, taking down Asin has been eliminated, Eagle has been eliminated. Gyan Hunter, he's making and marking his presence right there. He's taking those remarkable shots through the watchtower right there.
A fight happening in every look and corner of the game. Let's look forward to Noob Gaming, who have only 2 players left. They had this watchtower which was happening over there. They're taking down Team 11. The last player of Team 11 trying to take a cover behind the tree, behind the glue wall. I don't know how long he's been able to do that. That's Sorab over there. Anonymous putting all the lead is possible. Again, Sorab. He confirms the kill as well. So Raju gets eliminated. Let's look at what the Gyan army is looking for. Anonymous not doing the right thing. He's trying to wake up the sleeping lion, which is trying to to run and get into the zone, and which is going to be spotted as well. I want to see what Gyan is coming up against
Definitely.
Team 8.
Gyan Army, they haven't lost a single player, but it's going to be team number 8 having a close combat fight with actually opening from a distance. Gyan Army have that advantage right there, while it's going to be team number 8 and 7 on a close quarters right there. But there's one player who's actually standing quite close towards the team number 6, Arka. He's right at the tunnel. If he peeks out, he might get taken out, or maybe he can get 2 kills into his hands.
Yes, Gyan, the team Gyan is left out with one last player, if I'm not wrong. TMO having the best spot over there. They're having a compound cover. I don't know how long they're going to hold it. If they're not able to hold it, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. There, the Gyan Army, right now, all 4 players. I'm so sorry, I made a mistake. Gyan Army are trying to unload all the lead on
yes,
Team 8. Team 3 have to make it into the zone. Let's see how well it's going to be planned out for them.
Definitely, it's going to be Gyan Army inside the circle. They have quite the advantage. Team number 8 are having a close combat fight, and that's going to be one player down. Gyan Hunter has once again proved his remarkable presence right there. While team number 1, they have the 4 players left. Team number 3, they're quite left side of the team number 8 compounds. While team number 10, they might actually give that backstab and flank against team number 8. So team number 8 has 2 players to the left, 2 players to the right, and it's going to be Gyan coming into the game right there.
Gyan Army is trying to push in. This is the last circle. For the first time, we are able to see a fight within the last circle with so many players in live. 4 teams alive. That is 12 people. It's a 4v4v 2v2 situation which is happening over here. Some grenades are coming into play. Gyan Hunter takes down 2 or 3 players at a time and clears off 2. This is going to be a good fight which is going to come over here. It's Anonymous who's going to fight in against the Gyan Army. It's team 8 versus team 1 which is happening over here. Hunter is gone down. Anurag will be the last player. Gyan will be... Oh my god, Gyan Army, what have you done over here with that booyah? You were able to establish the final kill. I mean, I have no words. The way you were taking it through, I never thought that I'll come in at the last moment. But look at what Rajstar has done. They've got 8 kills in their pocket. TMO right behind them with more 8 kills. It's the position points which will matter for these 2.
Definitely, Gyan, they've tried their level best, but it's going to be Rajstar with 8 kills and 20 points, while team TEM to make it to the second, and Noob Gang onto that watchtower while they were camping. They actually quite spectacularly made it to the third. But Gyan, I'm definitely sure that they have that kill advantage, and I'm quite sure that they will make it to the top 4 if I'm not wrong.
I think they'll be in the top.
Yes.
Because the way it was easily taken down.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening with the rest of the teams when they were thinking. There was team number 10 which was on the right, and probably team number 2 which was on the left. There were only 2 players. They should have allowed these 2 teams to take the fight and then you know, made an early rotation into it, but they didn't choose to do so. Eventually, every strategy doesn't pay off. You need to have better strategies every time. You learn from your experiences, and right now the experience is gained by 4 big teams, and hopefully we'll get to see one more last game in a few minutes.
Yes, definitely. Before we quickly jump out of the last game, I quite have a lot of things to talk about the recent match we've been seeing. It's for the first time, but before we go right there, you can get away with a lot of win right there. Also, go to the chat, type Elite Gaming and your UI in the chat, and you might be one of those 12 lucky winners who will be carrying away with 1060 Free Fire diamonds. You can buy skins, you can upgrade your characters, and you can learn a lot of things in the Free Fire. So don't forget to also subscribe to the channel, because we are giving away 13,000 diamonds every single day to 12 lucky winners. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Well, yeah, coming back to the game, we were talking post-analysis session. But quickly before we jump in, the highlights are going to carry away with Arka.
Yes, the Dark Boys doing the first of the damage. Then comes the Tiamo, the survivors till the end, and the grenade which popped in above over there. And let's see how it goes. Guys, there's one thing which was very clearly seen over here. AG Esports at the beginning had a very good chance, but they relied on taking the kills and not making into the zone, which did affect them a lot. And eventually it did pay very less things for them. Team Titans had this spot which was given up by them. Then the car comes in. I really thought that over here Noob Games could get more than 3 to 4 kills, but they did manage to get only 2 kills. But look at this. This is what I was speaking about. TMO having so much of fights over there. Then comes Gyan out of nowhere. Team Gyan coming in against TMO. I mean, look at the slaughter. Look at what's happening over there.
Yes, and that's how we got the booyah, I guess. That's how definitely they made it. Gyan OP, they actually made it to the last minute, but unfortunately they couldn't survive. While coming back, talking about the post-analysis session, I have a very funny thought about Guru right there. Guru, he was being an invisible thing over there.
Exactly.
He jumped in, he jumped out, nobody could spot him out. It's just like, sometimes I feel that my enemies are my teammates and I just carry away with them.
Exactly.
And before we jump in, it's going to be Vision OP from TE Amo is going to be carry away that MVP player. 5 kills, Arka. 156, 1 damage and 1 headshot.
I mean, if you're playing in a very precise way, this is what you'll get. Vision OP with 5 kills with just 1500 damage. Most of the teams which are played today, they always had more than 2000 damage for 4 or 5 kills. But over here, we have seen that Vision OP was able to do something special. It's always important that your team supports you to do such a performance. And looking at what the team standings are, or all the teams put together, the top 5 players over here, Vision OP will be topping them all. Then comes Noob Game Patil, then comes Gyan JP with 3 kills, Rowdy Army with Anmay, and Rowdy Army with Rowdy himself. So two names of Rowdy Army coming in. Only one player of Gyan.
Yes.
I mean
Gyan made it till the last. I think that's what matters compared to the number of kills. Well, actually, they've got the booyah. They have the 20 points lead. So I think 3 kills was quite a good way, while we still have the other players carrying away with 2 kills.
I already know the 3 important names which are going to pop up. It's Tiamo, then Gyan Army, Reister, and then Noob Gaming, and then probably it's going to be that one player from I forgot his name. He was one of the lone survivors of Team 10. Not Guru. Let's get back to what was happening. So I think these are the 3 teams. I'm looking forward for the 4th team which is going to come in. I'm just looking forward for one more thing. That is the giveaway. Guys, remember, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel first. And then what you have to do is you have to type Elite Gaming. And then you have to give a space, then put your UID over there, then spam it in the chat. As much as you spam it, you have the higher chances of winning this. And you're not winning hundreds or 200s, you're winning 1060 diamonds. Keep that in your head. Okay, don't forget this important thing. There are going to be 12 lucky winners who are going to grab it today. So you could be one among them.
Yes, definitely. I mean, not only you, I think your friends can also do it. So share it to your friends. Well, just coming back to the positions, here we are. Rester carrying away with 8 kills, 36 points. TE Ammo, quite the spectacular. I haven't seen them in the top 3, but yeah, luckily they've gotten away in the 2nd position with 8 kills, 33 points. Noob Gang with 6 kills, 27 points. And Rowdy Army with 7 kills, 26 points. I think it's quite the expected teams who are in the top 4 right now will be advancing into the next round.
It's the kills for Rowdy Army which has paid off. 7 kills in their pocket will give them 14 points. Even if they had come in the 5th or 6th position as a standing position, they'll be somehow making it on the top. Noob Game with 6 kills, but the position did matter for them. Congratulating the 4 teams which are selected right now: Rystar, TMO, Noob Gaming, and Rowdy Army. We'll be seeing you guys in the next round, but there's one more match left for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Call in your friends. The last game is going to be really, really intense. As you guys already know that the 5 matches which has happened till now have been one of the most intense games you could ever find on the game of Free Fire. This is day 3. And what else to say? I mean, jumping back to analysis, I guess?
Yes.
So let's see what was the basic thing which we were speaking about. What makes GZ Army different from all those teams which has performed today? GZ Army, each player did not have more than 1000 damage.
Definitely. I think GZ Army was the only player. I think they have carried away with 2457 damage, quite closely to 2500 right there.
Yeah, but all the players, each player had only 800 to 900 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the whole point. So 800 damage, and they had like 4 to 5 kills. That shows that the precision in their gameplay is so much. The accuracy is so much. But looking on to which other team can impress us as much as GZ Army, this is going to be playoffs round 2, day 3, match 6, ladies and gentlemen. These are the teams which are going to come out for. It's DC, Junior Kingdom, Team Antiquity, Zealots, Emperors, Lord Voldemort,
Crusty Sports, Fab 52, Team Lucky Boys, 4 Extreme, Four-man army and Tamil games. I think we've already seen four-man army. We've seen four angry men. We've seen six angry men actually. And talking about team, Lord Voldemort reminds me. I'm a very huge fan of like a Harry Potter. I'm a Potterhead, so I am expecting quite a game coming from Lord Voldemort. I think the name explains all. The man who does not be like whose name must not be taken, and I'm definitely sure their name will be taken. But before we go, once again, I'm reminding you, you can be one of those 12 lucky winners who can carry away with the 1060 diamonds into your Free Fire account. All you have to do is go to the chat, type Elite Gaming space your UID in the chat and spam it, and you might be one of those lucky winners. What would you do with those Free Fire diamonds, Arka? I mean, honestly, I would have made an entire necklace on my neck. Only if that existed in Free Fire.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things to do. You can buy some skins to show off with your friends. Basically, most of us are looking out for those companions to the cute things which run around with us. And ultimately, if you want to unlock some agents and you're down with some skills or you're down with some diamonds, obviously it's going to be the call out for those agents which is required. Coming back right into the game, I'm just waiting for the flight path to take off. What did you feel about all the zones which has happened today? Because it was mostly a typical mid zone which happened, but one zone was there was only one zone which came up a little northern and one zone which came to the southern part.
Definitely. Now let's actually take a look after the zone in the match number 6. This is going to be the last match of today's playoffs to end. This is going to be match number 6 happening on day number 3. Looks like the plane path has been similar to the last game as well. It's actually a diagonal plane path cutting the map into 2 parts, while it's the blue zone is happening in Sentosa. It's quite far away from the plane path, so if players want to go there, they have to risk the circle and the zone.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a little bit of a risky situation if they have to go until Sentosa. But if the Free Fire gods have some, blessings on you, I think the zone could appear on Sentosa, because we have seen that happen yesterday as well. So eventually, I think it would be the best spot to be right now. Look at how Team 11 take a different detour. They saw Team 9 and Team 5 being at the same place, and eventually they selected pick where nobody is going to be there. But the first point of contact could happen over here at Mill, which has been happening from the beginning. It's Team Ace versus Team Junior Kingdom, who are having a fight right now. The first contact has already happened. Smokey has taken down Anna, and right now he also takes down one more player. That is two players down. I think Junior Kingdom has Smokey as their assaulter, who is doing the best of what he can. But right now he could be spotted by one other player, and the first kill, first blood goes to Junior Kingdom, and Smokey doing the best of what he can.
Definitely. And quickly jumping back, team number 5 is actually firing shots towards team number 1. Emperor taking that smoke and confirming the kill. Vishesh, he is going to quickly trade off for the Emperor, making it 40% alive and 11 teams. One entire team has been eliminated. Vishesh has confirmed the kill against Emperor. Team number 5, one of the player is actually taking a long rotation. It's going to be the last player starting in for team number 5. It's quite risky. His name is going to be It's King, and yeah, he might actually be the king right there. Well, team number 1, it's very lucky for them to get, 5 seconds into the game, you get the first blood. That man, he has taken 2 kills instantly, coming out and spraying through this assaulter. I think that's what this game is about, all the aggression. You get one chance in the playoffs. You make it, then you do it. If you cannot make it, sorry, you are out of the tournament.
Yes, it was the MP5 which came into the play. One of the deadliest guns you could ever use in this game. And team number 5 will be scouting to look out for that one last player, because they want revenge at this point of time. They've lost a player. They know very well that one player is somewhere around over here. I really like the gun which King's chosen, The resources could burn off with any other gun, but he's using that plasma gun. You don't have to have any kind of tension when it comes to the gun, because once it cools down, again it's fully reloaded.
Yeah, so I think that one lucky guy from team number 5, he managed to survive, I think. And there we are, team number 12 is actually taking the entire advantage of Sentosa, treating those guns in their hands, while right there, there's one player who's actually playing a split gameplay, but yeah, nobody is towards the Sentosa. So actually there is one player towards the Sentosa, quite not sure. It's going to be team number 6 right there, while team number 11 on the low ground. Team number 2 is quite close to team number 11. They might have a fight, but not sure if they really don't want to take that fight, as they have the guns in their hand, they have the resources, they have everything in their hand, but will they take the fight is the important question. But I think they're heading towards the Bhima Shakti strip, where they can actually find more loot. Quest for the loot is the most important thing in the initial stages of the game. The better gun you have, the better recoil you have, the better damage you do.
Exactly, but four-man army are right now not a four-man army but a three-man army. This could be a little bit of a trouble for them on the later stages if they're surviving till the end, obviously, because it's going to be a 4v4 all around and you're down with three players. One gets knocked out, your team is going to suffer a lot more than what other teams can do. On the other end, we have team at Sentosa, we have two teams almost taking a clash right now. It's Team 6 versus Team 12. There's a jump shot which comes in. It is the Chronos ability which was put in the best use possible.
Yes.
Taking down Shadow, then Mukia, the person who's coming in, is taken down. Two player already. He's got a good number of support happening over there. Gully Gamer is also having a fight. Gully Gamer gets taken down as well.
God.
This is going to be the best fight you could find over here.
Yeah.
Team FF with only three players are doing a lot possible over here.
Definitely.
Gully Gamer might not be revived at this point of time as Fab 50 is trying to rush in further more into them. Gully Gamer gets cleared off. Team 6 trying to dominate inside the blue zone, which is very rare for us to see. But Team 12 with down with two players, it was not so clever enough for them to fall back, even though they had the advantage of an open ground being at the top. A proper use of glue wall would have helped them, but it would have eventually burnt their resources and it would not have been a good fight for them to take.
But it's actually better to burn down the resource instead of actually getting taken down. And there you go, the fight has begun between team number 1 and 2. Vishesh is actually taken down Gaurav, and there you go, that's double kill coming in from, it's going to be Naveen who's going to be running away from Vishesh, but I think he's going to get spotted. And there you are, the fighting shots has been taken down. He has been knocked out. Naveen has been taken down. Unfortunately, it's going to be one player left from team number 2 who is quite not ready to actually, go rest his teammates or help his teammates. It's actually, good to, it's not good to play with the team as well. It's not actually bad with playing team with the as well, because one grenade launcher is enough to take down the entire team. So a split game is always good until and unless you have the eyes right there. Well, Bhima Sakti Strip is inside the UAV ranges right there. Well, team number 10, 11 are going to look at each other's face and they're going to be like, damn, you're here, son.
Exactly, they're going to look at each other and for surely going to say that there is team number 3 also with them.
Yeah.
So there's going to be one other face popping up and
quite
telling,
little get-together party happening right there.
Yeah. So Clock Tower and Bhima Sakti Strip, that one vulnerable place for any team to stay. It's going to be the Watchtower, which is going to be conquered by team 3. But Bhima Sakti Strip is having team 11 who understood that immediately they have to change their position, or else because of the UAV, there are going to be a lot of teams rushing on them, as Zialtos are one team who's going to hold back at the Watchtowers. Here at team number 4 at Rimnam Village, the only sole team of Rimnam Village, 4 extremes S2 have a higher chances of making it into the finals, final circle, because I've seen them, they're being really defensive at this point of time. The zone has already formed. It's again taking the same shift towards the center of the map. I think this team can take the booyah. Chances are high. They have enough resources, but we don't know which is that one team which will stand out in front of them.
Yeah, one thing I've quite learned from the game of Free Fire is that, walking away through all those 12 matches we've been casting recently, yesterday and day before yesterday, there is always that one quite sneaky team who is inside the Watchtower. It's Noob Kings yesterday, today it was Noob Gang, and right now we have another team. While it's going to be Crust Esports, 4 of the players are in one compound, they're looking out for each other. In the previous game, we've seen a Chichora right here who actually dodged right there. Well, yeah, nevertheless, what are your thoughts? There's always one team who is inside the Watchtower, like that sneaky little tiny hole right there. I'm not hole, but yeah.
It's really important for you to hold the sniper tower, watchtower, because until and unless you have a good assaulters in your team who's ready to use their offensive as the best defense, I think that'll be the best place to be. But one team who's right now taking all my attention is going to be the JR Kingdom, because they've got 6 kills in their pocket. They've taken down almost all the teams which they've confronted till now. It's always been small skirmishes which they have taken out, but when it comes to a bigger picture, they'll look a little weak because there's only 3 players in their team right now. Once the tags are exchanged, then it's going to be a little bit of an issue for them.
Definitely, Bhima Sakti Strip has right now team number 8 who are actually towards the left side of the Bhima Sakti Strip. Shouldn't be an issue right there. Well, it can be team number 3. I really love the way of positioning of team number 3. 2 players to the other side and 2 players to the other side. They're actually playing a split gameplay. Yeah, both of the teams, 4 of the players are in Watchtower. They're waiting. If one Watchtower is finished, I think a quick trades can come into play. Trade is one of the most important factors for a team gameplay. Even if you're losing, don't worry, take the trade. At least you will get those kill points. I think definitely kill points will matter a lot, especially in a competitive scene of a Free Fire right there. Well, I think not a lot of much action is happening here. Over the course of time, we'll definitely get to see some action, Arka.
Yes, as the pace is going to shift from defense into aggressive to each of these players, then we'll see that who's going to come up through the horizon. For now, Bhima Sakti Strip has not been contested at all. For the first time ever, we are seeing such less teams at Bhima Sakti Strip.
Yeah.
It's going to be team 11, and a little far away is going to be team number 3. I'm looking forward for those teams who are taking those rotation, and it's really important for us to see those teams. As we were speaking about it, there's one other team who's approaching Bhima Sakti Strip. As we were speaking about the zone happening over there, this is the 3rd consecutive time we are seeing another zone happening over here. King alone is trying to make it a long rotation into the zone. He was somewhere near Sentosa. Oh no, he was near Mill itself. So he'll have to make it in. But these two players of Team 12 have a long way into the zone. Hopefully they won't get detected. They have enough resources of health kits, which will be used for now, but also will be carried later on because they'll need it at the end of the game.
Yeah, definitely. But one thing I would like to mention is that the circle has taken an unexpected shift towards the west side, mostly particularly about the Bhima Sakti Strip. You've been talking about, you can see a lot of players who were actually not taking Bhima Sakti Strip. But right now you can see that there's a fight has begun between team number 4, 10 and 4. Looks like Krusty Esports have all the advantage, but they're on the lower ground. They do not have much of a cover while one of the players is already down. That's going to be blood set right there. Well, 4 players there in the particular position, while Ashu is going to revive his player Duker and his teammate Divine are trying to take that fight for the team, while the Chrono Shield coming into the play, it's going to do a lot of help for team number 4. That is going to be 4 Extreme. As you've mentioned earlier, they're actually playing a very defensive play right there.
I know, this stage of the game, it has to be a little more defensive. There's some grenades launching out from Shaktiman, but a beautiful grenade from Dunker, which did time out properly to take down Shaktiman, and Shaktiman will be out as well. 4 Extremes will have to change their pace right now, going a little more offensive than defensive at this point of time. I can see Thor has already gone in. Sasuke is going to come up as a backup for him. He puts up a beautiful glue wall as a cover as he rushes in over here. The glue wall, they're just making Ashu and others lose their loot. Sasuke gets taken down by Divine and gets cleared off as well. Not the best spot for them to be. There is Thor trying to revive him. I don't know how long Thor will be able to hold this off. If the players had remained on top, it would have been even more better. But Thor can do a lot of damage over here, as Usher will be giving a little bit of a backup from the heavens. But Sasuke gets taken down. Probably will also might get cleared off as well. Thor also gets taken down. Usher did not do the kind of welcoming defense which he had to do for the team, due to which Crust Esports are really happy with the 4 kills which came to their doorstep.
Crusty Esports, they have gone to the core crust and eliminated the entire Extreme Esports. I had a little bit of expectations because Usher, he was still on the northern side and he was waiting for his team to push so that he can take some kills right there. Well, that quite did not work, and there you go. Another team is approaching for team number 10. That is going to be Crusty Esports. They have the lower ground, and there you go. The fight has already begun. Adil is firing shots against Divine. Divine is down. Adil has successfully taken down Divine. That's going to be DJ Allo coming to the play, healing himself, while Ashu is also down right now. The fights have been shorting team number 6. They've got 1 player down. All they need to do is, and there comes the game changer, danger zone coming into the play. Either of the teams are in the advantage. Both of them are in the disadvantage. Team number 6 can, somehow quietly, quickly rotate from the danger zone, but team number 10, they're in a big danger. They've already almost lost 1 player, but Divine was quickly revived by Ashu.
Yeah, but they have a compound for the cover as well, so I don't think danger zone will come into that much of an effect. There's a call for a UAV which has also come down, so team 10, the firepower is obviously going to increase for them as they're bringing in, but team number 3 is watching all these like a slithering snake a little far away from them, and team number 8, which is having a little bit of an higher ground, as the zone is going to form somewhere close to team number 10. Bhima Shakti Strip, the best place for contesting, the best place for people's ability to come into 100% use. This pressure place is going to bring out a lot of diamonds.
Definitely looks like Crusty Sports are standing on top with 4 kills right there. Well, Fab52 with 2 kills in the hands, and it's going to be Emperors with 1 kill, but they only have 1 player left actually right there. So Fab52, They're in the advantage, but Zealots, they're in the watchtower, and you know, Divan actually got spotted while team number 8, they're firing shots. One of the players is down, and there you go. That's a beautiful headshot coming in from Mehul PRJ right there. Insane, he could not save his team, and that's why, importantly, you shouldn't play a split game when it's over the course of time, when the zones are coming down. Stick with the team, play with the team. Because of that one simple reason, playing it a split game, especially towards the watchtower, when players are actually approaching from the top zone, they'll be easy to spot out right there. And I think there's a fight again coming against team number 9 and 8, Arka.
Yes, team number 8, one player of team number 8 almost at the verge of his death as he has to fight both the zone and healing himself. Team 9 now have to make it into the zone, but gets taken down by team 8. Team 8 knew exactly when to, you know, push their pawns. They pushed it at the right time. They're somehow making sure that they take down the enemy over here. LB team, there's one thing which is really lucky for the lucky boys are that they did wait. They knew that the distance from them and the zone is a really small distance, so they did question out team number 9, and as the answers have come out, a little like a failure of team number 9. 2 players have gone down, only 2 players left right now, having a bit of a cover, but nobody's inside zone from the northern part, which could be an issue as the game is going to progress. But one thing I want to tell you, there are still 9 teams left out with 25 players alive. These small skirmishes which is going to start happening now as we are speaking about it, that is Mehul coming in with the shotgun. He manages to get one knock but will not be able to confirm it. Mehul is also getting contested at this point of time, but he's using his DJ Alok ability to hold it off. Team number 9, Charlie, is still inside. Team 8 have completely surrounded him. This cluster is going to go in all at once against Charlie, but if team number 9 have something different in their thoughts, because there are only 2 players of team number 9, they're usually going out for the survival things, but Charlie might get taken out and his name will come on the kill feed anytime soon.
Definitely, there's going to be one lone survivor. That's going to be King from team number 5. He has heard the sound that one player is actually rushed into the compound, and there you go. King actually gets that kill. That's a beautiful kill, and the confirmation coming in from King. And there you go. Bloodlist is actually taken down. Pari confirmed the kill. Now it's going to be 23 players alive, 9 teams, one lone survivor from team number 5. That is going to be the King. He can be king of the match, or maybe he cannot. Unfortunately, Antiquity team has been eliminated by Charlie getting taken out of the map. It's going to be 7 teams inside a no compound zone in the circle. Now this is going to be a hell of a fight, while it's going to be Ashu taking away with Godfather. Team number 3 fighting against team number 10. Team number 10 have 2 compounds. They have the entire control Duker and Abhi. We've seen them taking down team 4, entirely shutting them down once again in the previously. Now he has a grenade. There comes the grenade, but unfortunately enough damage hasn't been done. Inside an antidote will get immediately taken down, I guess, if I'm not sure, but the glue wall, it's helping them survive. Insane has been taken down. The last player standing down will be Antidote, and Krusty Sports is going to be your new kill leader.
Yes, it's come down to 5 teams right now. We have to see Antaryami right now able to connect few shots with CES. This is team number 10, the strongest of the team right now. They've got 8 kills in their pocket and they're still surviving. Where on the other end, some grenade launchers have also come in to use team 6 as a small cluster amongst themselves. They're reviving at this point of time. I don't know how long they'll be able to hold this off, as Vignesh has pushed in a little. He'll also go in for some shots. Vignesh is taken down. Antaryami will be the last player, and a grenade launcher comes in from Mukhya. I don't know where that thing happened just now, but look at the fight which is happening over here between team 9 and team 8.
Yes, definitely. Team 8 is in a big trouble against team number 10. Have already 2 players knocked out right there. Mehfil, the wrong push has come in, and there you go. It has been done and dusted. Team 8 Lucky Boys have been eliminated. Fab 52 has also been eliminated. From 5 seconds, we can see that 3 teams have been eliminated. It's down to 3 teams. 6 players alive, which makes 3... I mean, like, it's actually like 2 players alive from each team, and it's going to be 1 lone survivor from team number 1. Let's see what Antaryami has to do, because Antaryami has a team towards his left and towards his right. Can he be the new Soul Reaper? Yesterday we saw him getting that lone booyah into his hands, while he is going to be the last person standing. Bloodlist is down to very low HP. Ashu is also quite low to HP. Antaryami has 2 kills. He has a shotgun in his hand. Can he do that clutch is the question. 1 versus 2. And right now, I have a very good thing to say, Arka. Team number 10 is quietly approaching. The zone is closing down, and it's going to be a grenade coming into the play, which will do a lot of damage to team number 11. Team number 10, Duker has a glue wall in his hand. It's going to be Junior Kingdom who has been taken down, and there you go. That's a very close comeback fight coming. Team number 10, they have made it, and there we are, ladies and gentlemen, team number 10 CES carrying away with the booyah today. Crust Esports, they have done this once again, ladies and gentlemen. Crust Esports, 12 kills, 24 points. I mean, what a game, what a game. 12 kills is just too much to ask for.
Yes, exactly. 12 kills coming in from them. I was also looking out for Antaryami. He was the lone player over there. I thought
from
that
Junior Kingdom.
Yeah. And I thought that he'll survive till the end, but I think his resources were all burnt off. He did not go for any kind of healing. He just made sure he's inside those small walls which he prepared for himself. In case he's not done that and he had rotated around, probably he would have got 1 or 2 kills in his name, which could have helped him. But carrying one player carrying the whole weight of the team, I think it's I think it's commendable.
Yeah, not only the team can carry away, but you also can carry away a few diamonds to him. That is going to be 1060 diamonds. You can be one of those 12 lucky winners. All you have to do is go to the chat, type Elite Gaming space your UID, and you might be those lucky winners. Just spam it in the chat and go it in the chat. This was the last match and it has been done and dusted. So if you do not want to miss the giveaway, then you should definitely take part in it, and make sure your friends are taking part in it, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, because it's just not one day of 1060 diamonds giveaway. It's going to be every day till the end of the league.
Yes, every day till the end of the league. We still have 15 plus days.
Yes.
And I know that, you know, most of these diamonds giveaway is going to be very much useful for players who want to enjoy it. As we are talking about the enjoyment, let's look back to what has happened till now. JR Kingdom are the team which comes up with the first kill. They got 2 to 3 kills in the opening fight itself. Then comes the Fab 50 who came up with some more kills. As we looked forward for Junior Kingdom, by the mid itself, they had up to 6 to 7 kills in their pocket. Shaktiman's, the way he was taken on from the grenade, that was one of the most commendable things which was done by Crust Esports.
Definitely. I really love the way how Crust Esports have presented themselves, not in the beginning, but 12 kills, carrying away the entire game with 12 kills. I think that's a very great part. While Antiquity team, they have tried their level best to take down team number 8, but team number 8, they luckily have survived in the end, and there comes Crust Esports into the play, knocking and shutting off team number 3 right there. Well, the highlights have been fabulous, because team number 6, they had a fight against team number 1, but unfortunately team number 1 got eliminated. That was one player starting in from a team number 1, but he was just not the right person to do it. And there we are, we can see that bloodlust. He has had a lot of lust for the blood, and there you go, him shutting down team number 11 and carrying away that booyah for his team. It's going to be Crust Esports shutting down team 11. I think they really did their level best. 4-man army, they have gotten the second place, but 4-man army, they quite had the advantage, you know, only if zone was in their favor. You know, you have that panic in you when the other team is approaching you, you're having a close fight and the zone is getting closed down. It's quite you know, risky to understand. If you do, you want to be in the zone or do you want to fight off the player? There are 2 options you have. If you want to be in the zone, you can be one of those players who actually make it till the last, but if you're not, I mean, if you do not opt for the zone, you might get eliminated by the team.
Yes, let's look at the most valuable player. It's Crust Esports Ashu with 4 kills and a total damage of 1356. This explains that most of the players have got equal amount of damage, equal amount of kills. I'm waiting to look at those 5 you know, top 5 fraggers of the game. But one thing which I wanted to point out was Team TN were left out with only 2 players who were fighting against 3, but both of them played it really well. I've never seen any professional player come in with such good coordination. One player flanked in from the right, one player flanked in from the left. They all came in together. You know, they did take down 2 or 3 players, but one last player did a little bit of a foul play. And as we were speaking about the top 5 players, we can see that 3-3-3-3 as predicted. Most of the players have the same amount of kill and same amount of damage, but CS Bloodlust, as you were explaining, he has got the most amount of damage.
Yeah, Bloodlust, he was definitely having some lust towards the blood right there. I mean, he has done a lot of damage. 2 headshots. That explains the entire accuracy he has. While he could not only knock off 3 kills, while I did expect that he could have carried out a lot more kills, but it was just the damage which is more important. Maybe he gave he took half of the HP of the enemy player, and he gave it the other person to trade it for. So this is called team coordination, what I was talking about.
Yes.
Without team coordination, you cannot make it to the top.
Yes, your strategies should have team, equal number of kills to be shared by the teams. Your strategy should be in such a way that you support your teammates in every situation which comes up in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. 6 matches has happened over here. 6 of them had an amazing game. I'm just waiting to confirm you guys the 4 most favorable teams which will be moving on in this group.
Yes.
But before we go to that, I just want to ask Alika, which is your favorite team of the day?
What's going to be the answer? It's going to be the GZ Army, of course. It's going to be the GZ Army. And the entire lineup of 6 matches, it has been a very tiring day. But this one team, it was a treat to watch. It was like, pouring honey in your ears, seeing them play. But I only wish if I could have heard their call-outs and the way they have coordinated GZ Army. They have been one of those best teams. And right now, we're going to walk away with the point standings. And it's going to be Junior Kingdom who has finally made it out. That one player, Smokey, he made it till the last. Junior Kingdom with 8 kills, 4-man army with 6 kills, and Fab 52. Oh my god, so lucky Junior Kingdom that one man has made it to the top.
Yes, Junior Kingdom already had 6 to 7 kills in the pocket in the beginning of the game. We saw the way they were very aggressive, and eventually one last player played it so well, so defensively, so strategically that he made it at the top. 4-man army being the 3rd spot and Fab 50 being in the 4th spot. Congratulating these 4 teams: Krusty Sports, JR Kingdom, 4-man army, and Fab 25. 4-man army with just 3 players as well. And they've also managed to come in the top 3. I mean, kudos to you guys.
This is what of kind of perseverance and dedication I wanted from the players. It does not depend on the number of players you have. It depends on the survival. It depends on the willpower. If you think you can do it, then definitely you can do it. We've actually witnessed it right now. Junior Kingdom, there was one player left, Smokey, who's actually gotten the first 2 kills in the game. If you've been watching, then he made it till the top 2. Although he was eliminated early before, actually the last fight took place, but they had the skill advantage. But you also can have an advantage. All you have to do is go to the chat, type Elite Gaming, space your UID, and you might be one of those 12 lucky winners to get away with 1060 diamonds right there.
Exactly. So guys, whoever is watching, all you have to do is one more thing. The chances of you winning the diamonds is only possible if you subscribe to the channel you're watching right now. It's Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest. If you have not subscribed and you're still spamming it, it's better you subscribe, because that 2 to 5% of making you into the into those 12 lucky winners who are going to get it is really, really important.
And it's just not one day of giveaway. It's going to be hell a lot of fun, because it's going to take place through the entire league right there. So if you want to participate in every day of the giveaway and maybe win multiple times, then you should definitely subscribe to the channel. That's going to be one of the huge advantages right there. Well, coming back to the game, it was mind-blowing watching Krusty Sports and Junior Kingdom. This man has got all my respect now. I bowed out to that guy, Smokey. Junior Kingdom. I've seen Reaper playing yesterday. He made it to the top with a single play. He was a single player alive. He made it in a 1 versus 4 situation. I mean, 1 player versus 4 teams right now. So we are going to end it. This is Elika FTW signing off. With me is going to be Arka. Any last words?
Thank you so much for coming in. We'll catch you tomorrow.